Welcome to Talltale Tavern, the monthly one-shot adventure TTRPG podcast. I am your tavern master and host, Kyle. Joining me at the bar this month is, here to pretend like his character wasn't ripped from a book, Swain. What's up, Swain?
Yes, also known as Crum also.
Crum also. Yes. Well, you're a Crum, right? And everything else is Crum something else.
I am Crum also, but Crum... It's
Swain is Crum
also. Yeah,
I got you.
Crum is Crum.
I'm Crum
Crum is
also.
Crum.
Yeah.
Good.
And
Of
Crum
course
also is
Crum
playing
too.
Crum. Yeah.
Oh,
And we're all Crums
change our
too.
characters. Cool. Good. Next, also here at the bar this evening, still mad about what Bones wrote in his yearbook 19 years ago, Wildcats founder Charlie O'Hara. Welcome back. Charlie, Crum
What's
as
up?
well.
Yeah, absolutely a Crum. Really was thinking about doing a new intro this time, but I forgot to send one. So, what's up?
You're still mad. It's all right.
You're
I'm
still mad.
pissed.
It's never going away. If it's not gone away in 19 years, then you're
Yeah.
going to be mad forever. And then got to pull up my secret thing. Oh my gosh, I clicked the wrong thing. This is good. Okay. Next, and unfortunately, as always, this piece of shit, Scott, is here. Welcome back, Scott. Always
the
sending
hell?
me a
That's
surprise.
really uncalled for, I think, to introduce me that way on the show. We're partners
Look,
in
I
this
just-
podcast. So
I
that's,
just read what
okay.
you send me, and
I didn't
had
send
to.
anything.
You told me there was stage directions in italics, the deep breath, disgusted sigh. So great.
Yeah. You didn't get the role.
Unfortunately,
The role
I
of
kind of
Crum.
flubbed it. I didn't read my lines beforehand, so that always makes it difficult.
That weren't off.
Welcome, Scott. Back.
Welcome me. I'm excited to be here and ride on again with Crum 2 and Crum also and all that.
And then finally, the Crypt Machine taking his turn behind the screen, Mitch Grazer, a.k.a. Bones, our DM for this month. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back, because we can't play without you. So
That's true. And I knew that. So I held it against you all for the last couple of weeks to make sure everything would go smoothly. And thank you for showing up.
If I didn't show up, would you guys have still done this?
Yeah.
Valley Jack died off screen.
unfortunately, got
It's like fair enough.
eaten by the purple worm.
Play the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was Valley Jack. He fell off the purple worm.
I would like it if you didn't show up. I would have gotten Bones to like have you record something where you were giving some heroic speech and then you just had like a heart attack in the middle of it or something.
Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy of Valley Jack
Damn.
is a high chance of having that.
I'm
It's
close to home.
too big.
He just does the character's Superman-esque. So he just at one point goes, wait, civilians, and runs away and you never see him again.
Well, we are back with this level 7 adventure set in the Western setting of the Maleficent Seven is the name of the adventure. Bones, just take it away, man. We're ready.
All right. Well, let's start with a little recap of what happened last time. Because, a team of heroes united by way of being the only 4 individuals willing to take on the Magnificent Seven, a famous gang who turned on the folks that they were once protecting. Joined by Ella McCoy, the woman who originally hired the Seven to save her town, the party raced off through the hazardous canyon known as Kobold Gulch, where they were ambushed by a stagecoach carrying 2 of the 7, the man from Yellowstone and the Squid City Kid. Waltz tangoed with the kid on the roof of the stagecoach while Crum destroyed the wheels, but the stampede woke a giant purple worm that tore through the canyon with the fight on its back. The party finished off Yellowstone and rode the worm to safety, and now they must prepare to finish off the rest of the 7, including the Bad Lord Bird, Mademoiselle Washington, Lincoln Lawyer, the Owl Bear, and Pat Kiss. The campfire is burning bright, but first, roll the intro. All right, we pick up the night after your race through Kobold Gulch. You saw the town of Violet Creek in the distance, but not wanting to get too close to avoid being spotted, you decided to rest for the evening. And a ways away, you set up a fire. You got the whiskey's probably out. The beans are burning a little bit. And you sit around the fire with Ella McCoy and get a nice long rest in before, heading into town tomorrow. It seems like your strategy has yet to be decided, but you can move as soon as first light if you'd like. What's everyone doing?
Now, what part of whiskey is out around this campfire? Because I don't want that to be out, whatever it is.
I didn't specify for a reason, but
yeah, okay, good. I just heard the whiskey's out, and I don't like the sound of that at all. Taking a look at whiskey over there.
Whiskey, he's got his flask and he jingles it. And he's like, we're good over here, but I don't know. Stuff's a little
whiskey
strong.
is an alter ego of whiskey.
whiskey too, if you will.
Good. That's what we need.
Whiskey is sitting with he's sitting with his trousers pulled up so you can see his the little scissors on his legs, the tattoo that he has, and he's got his boots off and he takes them off, just props them up in front of the fire, and his feet look a little gross. You can see he's got a small tattoo on his big toe on his right foot, but he's just kind of sitting there just relaxing.
I would say that Cassie is shuffling a deck of cards in her hand, and anybody want to play some cards?
Cards? Yeah, I'd play some cards.
How much gambling?
Huh? I don't know. I got a few gold pieces. I could live
Bet you your
without, I
shoes.
suppose. What?
Bet you for your shoes.
Yeah. All right.
Ballyjack just puts two big boots up on I guess a crate or whatever. Yeah.
Crum goes, I think I'll pass. Last time played cards with someone, they pulled a card named the Void and disappeared, and I was done from that day going forth.
Ella looks like she was reaching in her bag for some gold and then just slowly stops and gives up when she realizes what the stakes are.
I don't know how we can actually play cards, but
everyone roll a d20 and whoever rolls the highest lies about it.
Can I get advantage if I cast Detect Thoughts while playing? Because that's what my plan was.
Okay. Crum is out. Whiskey, Ballyjack, roll a d20, and the DC for Detect Thoughts will be the d20 you roll.
Okay.
You can roll a d20 for each of your Detect Thoughts, and if you hit the DC, you'll know the number.
Okay.
Your d20 is your hand. Higher the number would win. So a 20 is what's the best hand in poker?
I guess a royal flush.
Royal flush. So
19's
assume
just a straight flush. 18's
Yeah.
Flush. Straight.
it goes all the flushes
house?
and 15
Big
around
number,
15 is a
good.
full
Okay,
house.
okay. So
No. Let's do all 20 numbers. Let's do
we're
the
gonna go through
hands.
establish the rules real quick, guys. All right, so they're rolling d20s for their hand, and I'm rolling for the Detect Thoughts.
Yeah, and they could just say yes or no, and I suppose that might give you some info either way, but hey, you're using a spell.
What do you mean we'll say yes or no?
If he'll say his roll, and if your DC is the dice you rolled. So if he beats it or doesn't, you can say yes or no, and then you can decide to, I guess, actually gamble after that.
Flat D20? Or is it a wisdom save?
Well, the good news is it doesn't really matter because Cassie rolled the nat 1 on.
I was going to give you a roll for each player. Who was that one for?
Well, I guess Valley Jack because he was.
Valley Jack's just thinking of every single hand in poker. All the games he's played in the past.
Okay.
Yeah, you prod into Valley Jack's mind and just see a list of possible poker combinations with no information
It's like a
whatsoever.
solitaire board, just like all the cards laid out.
It's the end of solitaire when all the cards are flying
Yeah.
out at you.
And it looks like I've rolled an 8 from my check on old whiskey over here. These are going really well, these 20 rolls.
So do I roll D20 or what?
Now you're rolling the D20, and that's the DC for my 8?
Flat D20, so you could say...
have done this. I shouldn't have done poker.
You're going to have no shoes after that.
Okay.
I already don't wear shoes, so this is a real problem that I'm going to lose.
So I say what I rolled, right?
No, you don't. You say if it's... you say if an 8 beats it or it doesn't.
Does not.
And with the very poor attempt to detect thoughts, Whiskey and Valley Jack, you both realize that the delay might have been some mischievous behavior from Cassie, and it gives you time to realize that she hasn't bet anything.
So Cassie, what are you going to put in?
But I don't have any shoes. I just wanted you to get your shoes off. I wanted to see those big feet of yours, Valley Jack.
Oh. Well, you can look, but no pictures.
Well, I think as cards continues, Cassie, you are somehow in less possessions that you already were in. Probably had to bargain some like twigs and things that were just in your pack that maybe you didn't really pay attention to. But Whiskey and Valley Jack do.
You want a bug? I got some bugs. I do have a jar of bugs on me, a pocket. I actually have written on my character sheet, pocket full of bugs.
I got a pocket full of
I'm feeding the scorpion beans.
Oh, Valley Jack does the all-in scoop thing when you win, but it's just pulling lots of bugs towards you.
All right, you take that. You got some spiders, some centipedes,
Lots of bugs.
and
My
scorpion.
shoe.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the jar of wasps if that's okay with you. That I have.
That sounds fine with me. One time when I was young, I caught a wasp's nest and taught all the wasps how to defend themselves because they were getting bullied by the bears.
I don't believe you. I don't think that happened. I know wasps.
Give me an animal handling check, Cassie. We'll see if you can redeem your rolls here.
Here we go, baby.
I gave each of the wasps a railroad stake and
I got a 23 on this animal handling check. I'm really pretty skeptical.
You know with a 23 that wasps are untrainable. Yet you don't detect a lie in Valley Jack's voice.
It doesn't make sense, but somehow I believe him. I don't understand.
Might need a side quest to determine the actual what these wasps really are, but that's for another day. As the poker game concludes and Valley Jack tries to find a container for all the bugs he's won, Ella McCoy will kind of clear out a place in the dirt next to the fire, well lit enough to be able to draw with a little bit of a stick, and she's proceeds to kind of outline the town of Violet Creek. And she's like, well, if you've all had your fill and feeling rested, I think before we get some proper sleep, might be best idea to sort of set a plan. And I know I held back back in the gulch, but y'all proved your worth, so I'm gonna contribute what I can, maybe help out if wherever you need me for tomorrow. So just y'all let me know. But hey, we're paying you, so got in mind.
Well, if we're gonna be making plans, I'm gonna need another drink. So he reaches into his bag and takes out like a bottle of beer, and And he's like, any one of you know any like magic or something to chill this down, or am I gonna have to drink it warm? Nope.
Well, yeah,
I don't have anything.
Unfortunately,
I can prestidigitate your beer.
I produce
Chill.
flame in my hand. Like, I can do this. I don't think I can really cool it down.
Crum, you said you can cool us down.
It's actually the scorpion that can cool it down. And I wink.
What?
Valley Jack is a
But
big
yeah,
knot.
I cast prestidigitation on your beer.
Ooh, cool. Thank you.
Chilled.
All right. And he tries to like take the cap off and realizes that he does. Shit! I forgot a bottle opener. Hey, Valley Jack, you think you can open this bottle for me? You got big hands.
Absolutely. Yeah, Valley Jack takes the bottle and twists off the non-twist off lid.
I better see a strength check on this. I need to know if he can actually do it.
Yeah, it's probably a DC. Well, in fantasy terms, probably a DC 5. If Mitch, tried to open a beer, it'd be a DC 30 and I'd cut my hand. But
If it's just a flat strength, do you think I'm proficient in doing this, Bones? Is this an athletics or is this just flat strength?
I'll give you athletics.
Okay, cool.
I think
25.
performance.
25.
25. Rips the whole neck of the bottle off.
Yes, shatters the top.
Just doing that thing where you're just like knocking it against the table and just breaking it.
Yeah, foam's everywhere, but it's open.
There's glass in the beer.
Whiskey takes out a separate actual glass cup and pours the beer into it, and because it's cold, it's nice and it's foaming. And so he pours it, fills it up all the way to the top. And all right, what were you saying about plans?
Managed to filter out some of the glass.
Yeah,
Ella draws a loose outline of the town. You know, there's some houses on the outskirts, things like that. Your approach, especially if you are heading in early, the low light of morning, you can probably approach pretty stealthily. But getting up to Main Street where your targets will be, the outline of the town is pretty simple. At we'll say the far end, doesn't matter which direction it is really, is the church. And that stands kind of isolated, facing straight down Main Street. It's the last thing you run into in town. And that'll be at the end. And if you're facing the church on Main Street, looking into town, on your right, you've got the general store, medium-sized space, not the biggest kind of town, travelers here and there. But next to that, on the right and closer to the church, is the much larger Crack and Barrel Saloon. And that is most likely where you could expect any of them to be, really, because most people in any town are probably hanging out at the saloon. Though, during the day, timing-wise, could be different. On your left, heading into town, one of the smaller structures is the sheriff's office. And Ella would explain, pretty standard, nothing to be surprised by. Sheriff's desk, probably 2 jail cells. And beyond that is the hotel, which takes up a larger plot and is the last thing on the left before the church. The hotel, typically quieter. You do get the sense, or Ella would say that some of them stay in the hotel because they all kind of just stayed in town. None of them really established homes and that sort of thing. But would they be at home really in their hotel room? It's tough to say. So they might sleep there, but really no guarantee of where they'd be. And that's your little outline of the town.
Who is Ella the sheriff? Who's the sheriff of Violet Creek?
So there's no official sheriff, as he was basically deposed of when the seven first
I was about to
defended the
say,
town.
I think
When
we're
the
coming to
magnificent
kill the
moron-
de facto the sheriff right now, honestly.
De facto sheriff would be Mademoiselle Washington, who is the leader of the seven.
Okay.
As the authority in town, for lack of a clearer title.
I got an idea. Let's say I just walk into town right down the middle, draw them out. You guys are maybe positioned around the town, and we take the fight outside.
How many of them are there again left?
There's 4. Or 5. There's 5. There's one more of them than there are of us, if you don't count the
Well,
horses.
Well, we got our lady with us, Ella.
Oh yeah,
right,
no,
yeah.
we're
We got
even
5.
matched.
One
We
thing
could
I
just draw
would,
'em
I
choose
would
one.
suggest you stay aware of is, Bad Lord Bird, he's a bit of a sharpshooter, and if he has the jump on you or catches word of what you're up to, he'll get into position and could cause some problems. But it depends on whether or not he's awake.
Bad Lord Burr is like the church sniper. Is he in the
His,
church tower sniping? Is that
Yeah,
what
his famous tale from the Battle of Violet Creek is that he was positioned up in the bell tower of the church, and from there managed to pick off a lot of the attackers and things like that.
But he's a late sleeper. You're saying, Ella?
Well, they're all kind of late sleepers, or late to bed at least. So, do you think early morning could benefit us? Element of surprise and all that.
We could just all kind of sneak into either the hotel or the saloon, maybe, and take out whoever's in there first, and then make a big ruckus and fight whoever's left.
What if we start with the Mr. Bird Boy and his bird nest in that church? Does he live there, or he just climb up there? Does he just sit there all the time, or what's his deal?
Just hang out, waiting.
I do realize that the name sort of might imply that he would be up in the nest at all times, but no, it's really just a matter of his preferred style of engaging in a gunfight.
I can talk to birds if that helps. If we can talk to him, is that what
You
we
might be
need?
onto that something.
You might be able
Cassie.
to talk to him.
Well, I sure should hope so. He's a person.
Oh, okay. I think he lived in a
do
nest.
think-
I got confused.
I do think, like, with our loadout, like, we are not. A lot of us are bringing our fists and pieces of train track to a gunfight.
Yeah.
So giving them the wide out open space might be asking to get picked off, but I know Whiskey can catch the bullet, so maybe.
And I could
That's
turn
not
into
gonna
a
try.
I could turn into a spider and climb up the tower and get a sneak attack on him.
I'm not so bad a climber myself. I've got the athlete feet, so I can climb.
Your feet are very athletic. I'm looking at them right now.
Everyone
like these.
nods in understanding. Yes, the athlete feet. We understand
Whiskey's
that.
feet are gross, by the way. Like they're untrimmed
Those
toenails.
it's those long toenails that
Whiskey,
let you
it's
grip
athlete's
the wall.
foot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's athlete's foot that you have.
good. Well, that too, though. You know.
I knew a fella in the Underdark that was a spider, and he had human feet.
Did the spider have athlete's foot?
I mean, he didn't wear any shoes, but
Probably.
The spider.
You
had
think he lost them in
human
a
feet.
game of cards?
you tell me.
That's a big winning.
A spider having human feet, I reckon that's about 45 toes.
It's quite a few toes, yeah.
50
About,
A
yeah.
ring on each pinky toe.
That's a lot of toes. I got one right here. So, yeah,
toe?
showing his
toe ring?
He has a tattoo. Whiskey has a tattoo on his big toe that because everybody's looking at his toe, so you probably would see it. So I should probably
Because he's
mention
wiggling it in front of the
Yeah.
You
fire.
mentioned
And it
this. What's
says-
this tattoo?
on his toe. It just says toe. That's what the tattoo is on his toe. So he's
Oh.
whatever.
You've also got like a stick and poke of the Red Hot Chili Peppers logo on your inner thigh, right?
I will put out here. I am not the world's best. Not being seen. I walk into town. People are gonna see me in town.
Do you want me to make you small?
Maybe. I don't know. It depends on how the DM feels.
I will
about-
also say that I'm very good at stealth, and I can just at will cast Pass Without Trace if we all remember. So it's very easy for me to get into any town.
Now, I know that, like we've all been in a tussle or two, and historically, working together is the best method, but it's also possible that we could gain a jump on them by splitting up a bit, approaching from different sides. I think we'd be able to pull off something like that, but that's up to y'all if you want to take the risk.
We have 5 buildings.
So I think anyone that is in the saloon this early is gonna be a little inebriated and easier to fight. So I think we go into the saloon first.
So that we can be inebriated first, is what you're saying.
I mean, how deep's that bag?
My bag.
Got more weird beers in there?
Just the one.
I like that idea of going into the saloon first, taking out whoever's in there, and then maybe we could split up. Send Whiskey to climb up that tower, because he can catch the bullets anyway, right? If they try to shoot at him when he's
I
climbing.
can try to catch the bullets, you know. I mean, I'm quick.
I'm sorry, I just thought you could. I thought you seemed like you were very confident in it before, but I guess
I mean,
not.
I can.
If you're scared, I can come with you. I mean, if that makes you feel better.
I can get the bullets. Bullets are, you know, first they gotta get close enough to hit me, and you know, they can't hit me. No, nothing can hit me.
I feel like we could have her. We could have her do some scouting, and then meet us at the saloon.
Who's her? Cassie? Is that me?
No, not you. Ella.
Oh, Ella. Okay.
Yeah, we
True,
have her,
I live here, so I could walk in without much suspicion.
yeah, and give us the lay of the land when we.
And I could be your pet
burst in.
dog.
Sure.
If we want to, because I think it might be a good idea to go like, if there's like 3 of us in the saloon and 1 or 2 drunk Magnificent Sevens, then we can probably take them. But, and then the other 2 can stop, because like the scary thing would be when all 4 of them know we're there and group at the saloon doors. But if we got a dog and Ella out there to pick off some of the other people as they run out the house.
And I can give you guys warning too, because I am also telepathic, if I haven't made that clear. And I just start talking now without moving my mouth.
Holy shit!
When you're talking telepathically to me,
Yeah.
you probably get like
Like weird interference
this
going
weird
on.
hellfire like going on inside my head.
Ooh, I don't like being in here at all, I gotta say. Although it's
Cassie,
very
you
spacious.
hear a voice just go, "Who's this? Who's here?
Me? I'm Cassie. Who's this?
Who's that?"
It's Crum too.
What? That's Crum too?
Crum too. Crum is also here.
Oh, Crum's also here. Hi, Crum. Who's this
Get
fella?
out.
Crum, I can't get out. I can't get out. I
He
am
lives
you.
here. He can't leave. That don't make any sense telling him to
Not
get
you,
out.
Crum, the new voice.
This is rude as hell. And I will leave his mind for now. All right. Some people.
The other 3 at the fireplace watching awkward uncomfortableness as you guys have this weird
You literally
interaction.
glance over
That
at
was a little
Crum.
weird.
Glance over the Crum, and he's just like, just a big smile, just leaning back, like, not really much going on.
Yeah. So,
I think though I have business at the church with one of them.
well, we can save him for you.
You getting married?
I mean, it depends on how attractive Pat Kiss. But
It's in the name.
Ooh.
Give him a little
Well, it
pat.
sounds
give him a
like,
little kiss.
from what I'm gathering, maybe a little 2-and-2 situation.
What is
Not
the-
to-
That
What
sounds
does the voice say to me? Perhaps romancing Pat Kiss instead.
the voice is, what is this, Baldur's Gate 3?
Oh, you got to play it already?
Of course.
I've been on this mission this entire time. I haven't been able to download it yet.
It's great.
Cassie again goes into Crum's head and goes, "Give the girl your shoes."
Roll an insight check, Crum.
Okay. Insight, I got a -1.
Oh, good. Let's
Modifier.
come on.
That's a 14.
There seems to be a second deep voice in your head that's compelling you to give your shoes to Cassie, but the other voice has been talking about Baldur's Gate 3 and the tone change doesn't really line up for you.
Yeah. And Cassie's like actively laughing, giggling while she's doing it. Super
Staring at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of changes from the 5e. Wait, no, don't give her your shoes. That's not me. That's not me.
I mean, his name is Pat Kiss. Maybe he's a real good kisser.
We kill him. We kill him. That's what you
Can we
do
just
for
give
me.
him one kiss?
You kill him. I guess I just don't care what happens before that.
Okay, deal.
Now, Cassie, I appreciate you not using that mind reading ability when we were playing cards earlier. That was real nice of you.
I would never do anything so dishonest. You can tell because I lost so horribly that I must not have cheated.
If I could read minds, I simply would have won. All right, so you guys have a loose plan in mind. We'll enact it sort of as we go. You all take a long rest, sleep by the fire. You've got your what gear you need. I'm sure some of you maybe just sleep on the dirt. You got your bed rolls and things like that. Watch out for scorpions, as little scorpion Crum might pay you a visit in the night, but no one is harmed. And you wake up early. Ella is stamping out the fire and has coffee ready. It's still pretty dark, but she figured might as well get the plan going as soon as you'd like. You can obviously delay for any strategical reasons, but you have the whole day, and sneaking into town is not much of a struggle regardless. Either people aren't awake this early, or you've got Pass Without Trace. I'm not going to worry too much mechanically about you actually getting there. So let's settle on your approach. And
Take a quick beat to mix the coffee with the beans.
it makes them stronger.
Makes me stronger.
Stronger beans.
Okay.
Whiskey
okay.
he didn't drink all of his beer last night. There's actually a little bit, there's like a quarter of the cup left. He looks at it, picks it up, takes a swig, drinks the rest of it.
Get a little bit of glass in there.
Yeah.
That's the best part, is the little bit that's left over the next day.
Yeah, that's
Valley
what I'm
check. Valley check is up before his bedroll is empty when everyone gets up, and he's off at a river rapids taking a big shower and doing push-ups and stuff like that. Just comes back fresh off a run, perfectly poised hair.
All right, everybody.
Do you bathe every day?
There's a river somewhere.
That's
Not where I
true.
come from.
There's always a river somewhere.
Is that all?
I never really thought about bathing before.
You should.
In general.
You seem like you
In a
might
river?
need it.
Yeah, well,
There's a wedding today.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't take showers because the water can't hit me.
I should probably bathe if I'm gonna kiss Pat.
Let me smell your breath.
You can brush out
It's okay. I think you're
Crum's,
good.
bugbear fur
It's mostly coffee and beans.
Yeah. Smells better than the average bugbear, probably, I think.
So Ella is down to just sort of enter town.
Yeah, I'm going to turn into a dog,
in a non-suspicious
manner.
manner.
To walk with her.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm like a pug. I'm like the worst kind of dog.
Okay, so you've got with Ella walking basically through town. She's gonna kind of start at the far end of the church. She'll be passing the sheriff's office and the general store first. I assume you're gonna be timing your approaches at a similar moment, or if you'd like to wait for info from Cassie or anything like that. I think Ella would probably have a hard time, quickly leaving town to deliver information, but Cassie, I think you are a little more mobile, and no one's gonna really care where a little pug runs off to. Where are the rest of you gonna position yourselves as you head and approach town?
I think we tie up the horses somewhere like nearby. Maybe by that river that you found. There's always a river nearby.
At least somewhere.
And then we wait for the word of the lay of the land.
Do we want? So when we go in, do we want? I guess we'll find out from the way of the land. The way of the land is that there's a river somewhere, but the lay of the land, we will figure. Do we want to send Valley with whiskey to the saloon, or do we want to? Do you want a third wheel at the church or an efficient?
Well, I think we're gonna just, one thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
Okay.
Don't
We
fully
do the-
split it.
So
We
go
do
to
the saloon.
Yeah.
And then we move on.
Yeah, I think we could, if we're going to split, I think we could split after the saloon if possible. If we can branch off, if they're in two different spots, I guess, trying to get to us.
So if you are gonna basically do a little recon and then get back out of town to deliver that info, you will lose a bit of time. That would take you time in between going and coming back, and then also all moving in together. But that's fine. If that's the method, then I think we'll jump forward with Ella walking into town. And do you want Ella to head in a certain direction? Because she's kind of she's obviously not unusual for her to be there, but having a purpose will help because she doesn't live in one of these buildings necessarily, but she could certainly visit any of them.
At the very least, we need her to peek into the saloon. Get what's up.
It's right next to the general store. She could go get some dog bones or something for her pug or something.
I need a shot of whiskey. This dog, clearly. I mean,
okay, cool. The horses, Crum 2, perfect. Shrampfer? What the heck's Champfer. Valley Jack's horse and TR are, hanging out by the river. The horses are appreciating the drink. Thank God it was somewhere. And Ella, kind of puts on a little bit of a persona, trying to act normal, and got her little bag on her side and her little pug at her feet. And you two head into town. And it's still early. The sun is rising. This is about, right around when the general store opens, which is on the earlier side. It usually closes early afternoon. Why stay open all day? So your alibi checks out here. And Cassie, you stroll alongside Ella as you step into Violet Creek. And of course, it is still quiet. Some birds are just beginning to chirp as the sun is still coming up. Got that nice glow, but it's still nice and cool. And you don't see anyone on the street really, but you might hear a shutter opening for the morning, letting in the light, something like that. There is there's life here, but it's certainly quiet, at least when you first arrive. And Ella makes her way into the general store.
Okay. Yeah.
Cassie follows along.
Yeah.
Playing the role for now. Okay. Ella steps in and holds the door. Little pug scuttles in alongside, and
I give her a little nod of my head as I walk in, though, not selling it well.
The owner of this general store is a really, really, really old elf. Just wrinkles everywhere. It's hard to tell if he's looking at you or not, just because his wrinkles and kind of half squinted eyes, and it's still early too. And he's an early riser. Trances for a couple hours, then opens the store. But you see him kind of moving stuff slowly on the shelf, placing some stock, and he kind of takes a long time to turn around, and he's just like, "Oh, hi, Ella. Good to see you. It's been a couple days." She's just like, "Hi, Chili. Just picking up some normal stuff. Nothing unusual. Just one of my regular visits. Hope you got the oats in stock." "Oh yeah, of course. They're back there." Just kind of slow, your eyes find the oats before his finger points to it. But he's otherwise kind of occupied with his inventory first thing in the morning.
I say, I telepathically in her head say, "That was good saying that it was normal. Keep saying that. That's good." He won't get it then.
She's just like, "I didn't actually think how difficult it would be to be normal when I don't feel normal. So, all right, it's
She's just holding her hands like this.
Yeah. What do I do with my hands?
Looking at the bottom of a can of beans, just like there's nothing on the bottom, just looking at it.
That's great. This looks great. This is good. You look natural."
"Oh, whatever. It's just Chili. He can't even tell what I'm doing anyways. There's no one here. What do we need to do? Keep going?"
You go to the saloon. Why are we even talking to this old fella anyway? I mean, he seems really nice. Is he your boyfriend?
He's very funny. He's a charming fellow, though. He's like 300 years older than me.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't. Some people are into that. I'm not judging. I married a tree. I mean, who am I to judge what
It's
anyone's
all
into?
legal here and wherever the hell we are.
Chili has you've been distracted enough that Chili has actually paid attention to you again. And he's just like, do you need help with those beans? And Ella's just like, no, we're all good. I'll just grab a couple of these, just stocking up for the week, and put some gold on the counter and kind of hastily makes her exit. Chili just gives you a slow wave. "Bye now." And Ella kind of lets out a quick breath, just more nervous than she needed to be, and makes her way towards the saloon. Give me a perception check while you do step through town a bit, even as you go next door.
A nat 1 on that.
A nat 1.
So, that's a 9.
He's going.
Do you? Is it a smell or hearing perception check? Keen senses?
Yeah. Do I get keen senses for this dog?
Well, so I would give you only the responses based on smelling or hearing, I suppose. But sure, roll advantage.
I would rather have that than a 1.
Then just do that.
Yeah. So a 23 on this one. I can really smell what's going on. I don't see shit, though. It's those pug eyes, man. I can't tell.
You can't focus. They're pointed in
Too much.
opposite directions.
Too much.
The Millers versus the Machines.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hearing wise, you do hear the hotel. There's someone upstairs, maybe kind of singing in an obnoxious way, like "It's a beautiful day," and you just hear kind of a voice coming from over there, and you see. So you don't see, but you would know that must be some movement up top, because the earliest bell of the day rings out. We'll say it 6 times as the church bell rings a bit, which is probably going to wake up most people. Surely someone will sleep through it, but yeah, the town is beginning to wake up. and it seems like someone would have been up in the church bell to at least get things going. And that's all you'll gather from hearing. And Ella steps into the bar, feeling a little bit more relaxed, and holds it open long enough for a pug to scuttle inside. And this place is a little more open as opposed to, not a lot of places to stand in the general store. The Crack and Barrel Saloon has a pretty large first floor, lots of circular tables just scattered about the dining area, a really long bar on your right as you enter in, and on the far wall, a staircase that leads up, and you've got the interior balcony that sort of stretches across the top floor.
Before we go in, I would like to use my my detect thoughts that I can cast once per long rest without any components while I'm in wild shape still. I think I can do it, is the idea of it. I would like to cast that really only to tell for the fact that I can hear if there are people hiding that I can't see, I guess, when I have that running.
Okay.
Yeah, just if I know if there's anybody camped out behind anything in any areas that I can't see while I'm in here. Yeah.
And so that spell has a duration, so it's basically like activating radar a bit as you enter. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You're able to step in, and there's a bit of a few stairs that go downwards towards the main floor, the bar on the right, and Ella kind of steps up. There's no one there yet. She just kind of like waits. Like, I guess if I'm going into a bar, I might as well be waiting. But kind of like leaves you to your own devices. And as you, scope for detect thoughts, you quickly pick up and you're kind of not too hard to find out where it's coming from either. You hear it first in your mind as a little kobold is at one of the booths on the side, and they are having a conversation, and you hear them just going, "That's not even the case, okay? Because I didn't say that to them." And as you locate the voice, you see a kobold pointing across the table to no one as they hold another ale in their hand and are just like, "I would never have said that." And then thump, face goes down on the table. Seems like this kobold stretched the night out as long as possible. And in the silence in your mind, detect thoughts, you hear, or at least you feel, the very faint sound of thoughts. And these thoughts aren't very clear to you. And give me let's just say, if you want to roll your spellcasting is wisdom, let's give me an insight check.
Okay.
So you're kind of familiar with what detect thoughts would feel like, why this might be a little weird.
Okay. A 14.
With a 14, you can't quite zero in on what these thoughts are, but you know that why these are hard to detect, if you will, is because someone is dreaming. And so they are sort of in between having clear conscious thoughts and being completely unconscious. Okay. And you feel a sort of strange energy, and it's a bit of a rumble, a bit of a hostile, almost like a barking, and it just kind of feels very subdued. And as you move around to stretch the range of detect thoughts, you see one of the far tables, not quite in the corner, laying with his face down on the table. From your little pug point of view, you don't get a good angle, but you see that this man is quite large. Now, Valley Jack is a tall individual, but this person is quite wide, quite burly, quite strong, wearing furs, and you see dangling over the edge of the table a raccoon tail from a hat. Someone passed out at a table. The chairs next to them tipped over. The only chair really still standing in the vicinity is the one he's sitting on.
Okay. Well, I know the owlbear. I'm the one person in the party who knows him. So, or I've encountered him before. So if it is the owlbear, I would theoretically know.
You want to get a good look at him?
Yeah, sure. I'll get a little closer to get a look at him.
You maybe hop up onto a chair, get a little bit more horizontal with his hulking head, and
A very unleashed bar dog.
The owner's like, "What the hell? What the hell?" No dogs right there.
yeah. You double check, and Ella's talking to the bartender, who's like looking over her shoulder, like, "Who's that?" She's like, "Oh, it's just my new little." She's got it covered.
So tempting to just say to him, "Don't worry about it. I'm fine." Like in
But as you get a good look at the man's face, memories immediately flash through your mind. You see yourself similar perspective, kind of eye level with the height of a table. But you're not a pug, you are a little girl, and you are standing next to your father as he attempts to cheat at cards. You know, he uses magic, but he also uses you. And you play the role of innocent little girl and maybe move around the table, try to get another look at other people's cards, practice your detect thoughts. You're not quite good at casting yet. And another quick flash, and this large man is standing across from your father, gun drawn. Your father is leaned back in his chair, bullet wound in his chest, gun is smoking. Another quick flash, and you're grabbing the deck of cards off of the table, bolting out of the bar as a roar is heard behind you. And back in Pug Vision, you see this drooling face of a large man, Brickthorn, the owlbear, sleeping before you.
Ooh, I don't care for this fella even one little iota right about now. But I think as someone who has logically a high wisdom, I don't think I'm foolish enough to actually try to kill him by myself right now with no way to alert the rest of you. So
Smart.
yeah.
Good thing about being a druid.
Yes. So I'm gonna lift my leg and take a piss on a shoe.
Wow, bitter. You couldn't win any shoes last night. You just ate shoes. No check necessary. It goes unnoticed. Wearing lots of furs and stuff, it just sort of grossly soaks right in. And you're able to do so and move away without alerting the owlbear himself. And Ella wraps up her conversation with the bartender, pinging you telepathically, and it's just that was a little easier. He's friendly. Just kind of gives you a look like we keep moving.
We should get the others and come back and kill this passed out son of a bitch right here. Her eyes kind of follow, and she kind of looks around and just kind of thinking about it, and just like nods, like, this is about as advantageous as we can get. The rest of them surely won't be this obvious, so move quick. What's the fastest thing I can turn into as soon as I can? Because that's
like
what
flying
I want to do.
speed of 60. Can you fly?
I wish. I can't fly yet. No, unfortunately, I only have swim speed creatures, so I'd have to be like
Any good deer?
You got a horse or something?
yeah. I mean, I could turn into a horse theoretically, whatever the. Yeah. So
I suppose Elo could ride her horse into town without concern and park it in front of the store. Mm-hmm. I think that's normal.
Yeah.
I don't know why she'd need to walk the long way into town or something.
There we go. Yeah, that's true.
But she could just scoop you and
yeah, that also works. Yes, that's good.
save you a wild shape as you quickly get back to the river somewhere.
Yes, the river that's near here, because there's always a river, as we all know.
There's always a river somewhere.
Somewhere.
Whether it's near is
Yes.
for debate.
We're trying to convince Whiskey to wash.
You're
We'll
teaching
feel
Whiskey
better.
how.
Yeah.
I'm like a Valley. I'm like a cast iron pot pan. You know, you don't want to wash a cast iron pan. You lose all the good flavor and seasoning.
Crumb was, you wash the cast iron pan. You just don't wash it with the lye soap.
I ain't taking any risks or any washing.
Are your tattoos real tattoos, or will they wash off?
No, they're real, and yeah, they're real. And he pulls up his sleeves too, and then like you can see these like his other tattoos are kind of like not very good, but his like forearms it's like this beautiful dwarven tattoo. And that's all I have to explain it is it's like the like just eloquent, awesome like tattoos that look like bracers on his arms, and those are flavored his bracers of defense that he has. And so that's the dwarves gave me this one. The other one's kind of just
the thing that says toe looks like ballpoint.
As soon as Ella and I get within 30 feet of them, I just teleport out of her hands to be right next to them all and like turn back into myself. And I'm like, come on, we gotta go right now. Out there sleeping. Come on.
Let's go.
all right. Well,
Grab your
all right,
horses. Come on.
let's go.
I whistle. Perfect comes right to me, of course. Perfect.
Yes, reminder to the listeners, in this world, horses function like video game horses. You just hit the down on the D-pad, whistle, and they will appear somewhere behind you off camera. And you guys are good to ride. And you can let them hang out in a field somewhere far enough outside of town and use the cover of houses.
I'll pass
even as
without
the sun-
trace us as soon as we are off horses, too, to try to
Yeah.
get it.
Cool.
Perfect. Yeah, even as the sun is now mostly risen, it's about 7 a.m. You are, covered and make your way through houses, avoid some hanging, blankets on laundry lines and things like that, and approach the Crack and Barrel Saloon, I assume, from the back. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think we're trying to be
All right.
somewhat sneaky, not just barge in all of us and alert the whole town right away, I guess.
Now, I will obviously let you determine your method of approach, but why don't y'all roll me initiative right now and we'll just get that underway.
Not 5
Alright.
for Valley Jack.
23.
Ooh. 15 for Cassie.
6 for Crum.
Crum's still trying to figure out how to ride a horse. Right. I'm trying to get off the horse.
Okay, you all approach the back of the Crack and Barrel Saloon. You see some supplies, garbage, stuff like that laying out at the side. There is a staircase in these Old West saloons that sort of leads up to the second floor from the outside for people who just want to get to their rooms if they're staying for the night. And they're a little cheaper than the hotel. And there's a back entrance that you aren't entirely sure where it directly leads to. Actually, Cassie, give me a, let's just say, investigation check
Okay.
to see on like a loose how much were you paying attention to the layout.
Fair enough. I do
as a
have a the Wanderer feature where I have an excellent memory for maps and geography and can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around me.
So that's exactly how you found the river that's somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if it works for blueprints.
All right, fair
bars.
enough. But let's do a quick investigation, and you gotta love when you get a nat 20.
Wow.
That's the Wanderer feature, Mitch.
So you know, all right. So you obviously know that there are, or you would pick up that there's two doors in the back. One's maybe off to the left, closer to the general store. That would be a smaller door for the staff. It would lead through the back of the bar. You do know that the bartender is there. There's people who, quote unquote, work at the saloon right now. The other door that just sort of faces this sort of back alley type area is a double doors that leads to the main floor and is at the base of the stairs that lead to the second floor. So if you were to go in, you'd be in the back corner, pretty close to where the owlbear was, and then you'd have the stairs immediately inside those two doors. But yeah, those double doors sort of basically open to the room you were just in.
Okay. I mean, can we see if the owlbear's still in there?
Not from outside.
Okay. There's no windows, nowhere to sneak a little peek. A little peeky?
I'd say we go to where the stairs are.
Okay.
You possibly could get a look if you went closer to the front, but that would be, even with Pass Without Trace, like a pretty high stealth check just because you'd be visible from the street.
Well, then, I don't want to jeopardize it for everyone else. You say we should go around the stairs, is what you think right now?
Yeah.
Well, I just want to get in there. I
can go up the stairs. I can go up the stairs and, maybe try and, jump on his back, wail on him from on top of his head or something while you guys are down there, maybe. I don't know.
That sounds great to me. Just let me know before we're going to go in so that I can turn into a giant ape before our initiative starts.
Giant ape?
Maybe.
Oh. All right. Well, all right. I guess I'll wait for the ape noises then.
Or not? It's not technically a giant ape. It's just an ape. But I like to think of it as a giant ape when you're turning. I don't know. What are we thinking, guys?
Today seems like a great day to die. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I'm going to say that you're all by the back door, the double doors that lead right into the room. All of you will be within 20, 30 feet of the owlbear. Cassie can tell you that information, like he was at this table when we're going in the back and he was towards the back. That's obvious to you. If you'd like to enter in a different method, Cassie, that's totally your prerogative on your turn. I think we will start initiative and there's going to be a bit of a surprise around, quote unquote, as you guys get in. So you probably have a good turn to at least get a sense of your surroundings once you're inside. Unless there's anything you'd specifically like to do before opening those doors.
What are the walls made of?
Now we're talking. These are good questions.
A reasonable question for the People's House, Valley Jack.
This is shoddy craftsmanship, he says.
It's pretty sturdy.
Particle board. It's not particle board painted to look like.
It's an Old West set, like they shoot in Westworld. It's just like beams holding up a flat facade. No, it's standard log cabin, pretty like hardy, 2-story, pretty large saloon.
Okay, like full log. It's not like a wall. I was thinking maybe I probably have one of those like big drills, and I could drill a hole for
those
Cassie
hand
to
twist
look through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that might take some time. Yeah,
the wall's pretty thick. Even the People's House.
Jack starts bringing out the drill. I'm like, let's just go through the door.
We don't need this? Whisky Waltz, you are the first up with the initiative of 23.
So Whisky wants to go up like to the top level of this like saloon so that he can like jump down from above once like the action starts. I don't think he wants to initiate yet because he said he talked to Cassie about waiting till she turns into an ape and starts going ham. And so maybe if I can prepare an action or something to like jump down and fight, like try to jump on. My plan is to jump on him. So I don't know if you want me to like get in and like if I need to roll stealth to like peek in yet or
I guess in fairness, I did say that there's an exterior staircase, so you could still on your turn like make it upstairs. But I think with it'll be a stealth check either way. You'll probably get closer and faster, like on this round. If you step inside and then head up the stairs, you're basically like, there's a staircase as soon as you get inside. The other one is on like a little further down, so you'd be a bit further away, at least on the grid. Were you to go that way?
I'll do a little stealth check, I guess, to get into where I want to go.
And is Pass Without Trace still?
I would think it would still be active, because it's up to an hour. So yes,
sure.
And that's
add a
plus,
10 to whatever you get.
Okay. Oh, add a plus 10 to my roll?
Yeah. If you're within my range,
that's a 36 then.
Yeah. Has anyone failed a stealth check with Pass Without Trace? Is it
been a long time.
Is it the statistically best spell in 5e? Has it ever not worked?
A plus 10 is wild to have, I feel like.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh no, I got a 17.
With enemies, 5. Like if they're a plus 5, I'd be like, wow, that's so many numbers.
Yeah. Well, this guard's passive is 11, so
is the bartender in there? Okay, so that's my stealth roll, I guess. But yeah, I don't know if what's in the bar yet. I guess but.
You slip in the door. You quickly step up the stairs. You're able to quietly go up the stairs, knowing you're out of sight of the bar. If you were to look over the railing to your left, you'd see the bar. On the far wall. You guys are entering pretty far from the bar here.
Okay, so like we're in the back of the building, but not like next to the bar back. Like it's still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you kind of immediately hear just like light, glasses clinking as people are cleaning up. You don't know how many from this perspective right here.
As I'm sneaking around, is there like a glass nearby that has some like alcohol in it that I could just like sneakily pick up and kind of take a sip as I'm walking with my stealth roll? Like
you got like a goddamn 36.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could probably take like the owlbear's whiskey and drink it if you wanted.
He sits down, takes a selfie with the owlbear.
You step right in, grab a drink. The bartender is facing the other way, head down, so the big mirror on the back wall doesn't spot you, and loud snore comes from a quite large man at a table right next to the one you scoop a drink off of. You see, this place is, every night it's chaos, and still some chairs tipped over and lots of half-consumed beers and whiskeys all over the table. So yours for the grabbing, and you can head upstairs.
Okay, cool. I think it's all I'm gonna do for this. I don't know exactly how prepared an action would work with this, but like that's what I want to do if it happens is jump on top of the owlbear bear.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'll say if it triggers on this turn, like a jump attack, fine. Okay. So I'm gonna roll a check because I don't have to tell you.
Come on.
Good.
And then after that will be Cassie.
Great. We are in initiative right now, so I have to use my action to turn into this ape, right?
If you had established that you wanted to be in ape form, so yeah, you're fine.
Okay, wonderful. Then I want to open the door and immediately face step to the owlbear and attack him right away while he's sleeping. I don't give a shit about anything else.
Let's go.
Kicking open this door and just fucking teleporting right next to him. Dude.
These two doors swing open and just make a loud racket as they sort of wobble on their hinges. And the noise, immediately startles the bartender. He fumbles a glass in his hand. You hear it shatter somewhere behind the bar. As you launch yourself at a sleeping giant at the table. And he rolled quite poorly on his turn before you. So he is unaware of this, and go ahead and roll the damn dice,
let's
you're going to do.
Let's do multi-attack him real quick. So the first one is a 23 to hit?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I think you have advantage too.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's good. Well, then we'll just roll another one just in case we get the, the old...
Is it an auto crit if he's asleep, or...
I guess is he considered unconscious?
I don't know. He didn't wake up from an ape fucking kicking the door open. That's pretty unconscious to me. Or a dog pissing on his leg.
I'm just going to check the sleep spell. We'll consider that the condition
Sleep
that
makes you
anyone's
unconscious.
sleeping. It is unconscious. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are therefore incapacitated.
Okay.
And fail strength and dex saves. You have advantage. Critical hit if you're within 5 feet.
Okay.
So go for it.
All right. Well, then if it's a crit, that's just doubling the dice. So it's only, I mean, it's still only 7. The ape doesn't do a ton of damage on these hits, but it's really about the principle of it. For that first attack, because I have multi-attack, so that's 7 on the first. I'm just teleporting next to him and immediately just slamming my fist into the back of his head on the table, like as hard as I can. Yeah.
Slamming it down, it
Yes.
like bounces a little bit. Yeah.
And then immediately, I'm assuming that will sit him up or something, and we'll make another attack roll on him. Do I still have advantage? Do you want to be really nice and still give me advantage on this?
Yeah, it's your
I love
action.
it. Yes. Oh, you're right. Of course.
I guess
I rolled
you
the
would
same
maybe wake
shitty
up
roll
when you
both times, so it
get
doesn't
hit.
matter. I didn't. There's no way his AC is a 9, so there's just no way the second attack hit him.
That's fine. It's like enough of a just startling bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
And his head slams on the table the first time, bounces up. The second one slams it down again. And it's now had enough momentum to sort of sit him upright. And he's absolutely bewildered. You know, his eyes are like trying to open. They're red and watery and things like that. He's completely confused. But he just flails his big arm, so your second attack doesn't quite do the damage you wanted. He's just massive.
And I telepathically into his head, I'm just like, it's time for payback, motherfucker. And that's just got to be the most confusing thing to hear. You wake up to an ape bashing your head.
Not even like sure what he's looking at or where or what, like just completely baffled. And it's just like, oh, I didn't do, you're going to pay for that. And begins to just like try to stand up and is just, you know, still beyond confused. After Cassie is going to be Crum, and then we'll have Valley Jack.
Do I get to does Whiskey get to like jump on him at this point?
Oh yeah. That happened on the first turn. I forgot.
Okay,
Cassie.
great.
I thought Cassie was gonna like, I'll walk around the building and try to get a look in the window. No.
Gotcha. So there's a sign, and I want to jump off the top, just and like
From the top,
whip
bro.
my hat around and try and land on top of him. I don't know if that's like dexterity thing or.
Are you trying to stay on top of this man?
I want to
like,
stay on top
balancing
of him. I want my legs on his shoulders and like to wail on his head from above.
This seems like standing on someone's shoulders is the most acrobatics thing you can do. So
Yes.
yeah, give me an acrobatics roll.
That's what I was hoping for. That's a 26.
Yeah, you perfectly land, like maybe crouched a little bit, you know, like a stand, like how you stand on a horse.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
the ready pose kind of thing. But you like clearly land perfectly on this dude's broad shoulders and are balanced there as he's sitting in this chair, like still confused as hell.
Great.
And all he sees is like a blur of dwarven sigils on your wrists, and hence the confusion. Yeah,
And I can
roll
hit
what
him?
you want to roll.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. And I'm just going to use flurry of buff blows, and it's just going to be wakey, wakey, and I'm just going to try and slap him as much as I can. So
On
we
top
got,
of him and slapping him in the face
the
from
first
above.
one is a 26 to hit, and that is 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay,
Second one is 11 to hit.
that's a miss.
Miss.
Some hide armor on.
Third one is a 20 to hit.
Taking off his armor while he was sleeping.
That's 7 to hit, or 7
to
points of
undress?
bludgeoning damage. Sorry,
Okay.
that 20 roll is at 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and then my last one here is 19 to hit,
Yep.
and that does 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Beautiful. Yeah, you start wailing on him. He tries to like reach up and throw you off, but you just kind of, you know, dexterously avoid that and bucking bronco. What if a bucking bronco rider was also punching down at the thing he was riding? It's a gruesome sight, but he's flailing in full panic now, like, what is this? I didn't do nothing to deserve this. And tries to get his attackers off him. Unfortunately for him, it is Crum's turn and then Valley Jack.
So Crum is going to sneak in and go up the stairs as well. But his intent is like to be high and to like cut off anyone that may come out of like rooms from upstairs.
Yeah, the voice was telling you high ground gives you advantage on ranged attacks.
It's just like in Baldur's Gate 3. It's like 5e rules, but they add more dimensions to the combat. It's really cool.
Okay, can we just stick to 5e? Like that's what we're doing now.
Actually, Crum, I can feel him. He's near. And you see, as you climb the stairs and try to get your advantageous
The scorpion
position.
hands me lip balm, and I got as I go up the stairs.
He's not at the bar, Crum. He's at the church. You know that's where he is. We need to kill him.
I'll get there. I'll get there.
Kill him now.
All right. Can you believe this guy? And I like point to I have the scorpion on my shoulder.
Scorpion just holds up two claws. Like, what are you talking about?
With my action, I want to cast Blur.
Okay, give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
This is not what anyone expected to hear.
That's not what I expected from your turn.
No. Okay. It's an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Crum, you go to cast Blur. Your spell slot is not consumed, but you hear the voice in your head just bark loudly. No! I gave you these powers for one purpose, and that's what you should do, or you don't get these powers. As the voice in your head rejects the magic you attempt to use. You still have your action, and that slot is not consumed, but your spell here fails.
All right. And I take out my gun and just shoot at the owlbear.
Come on, you're gonna blow our cover. I mean, what are you thinking?
At least grab a pillow from one of the rooms.
Obviously, the gorilla bursting in and the drunk drifter jumping on this dude's shoulders hadn't alerted anybody.
And the bartender screaming.
That is a 28.
Yeah, that'll hit. You shot me.
5 damage from the shot.
You feel the voice in your head, not even making noise really, but you just rumble at this loophole you've found.
Well, you should have told me to go. Like, I already went up the steps. Like, I could have not gone up the steps and wasted my time and my movement and gone up the... You know how movement is in Baldur's Gate 3?
Yeah, sometimes you jump and you realize like you've already used your bonus action because that's different in Baldur's Gate 3. That will be your movement to get up there. So that will be, unless you've got anything else. Okay, that'll be Valley Jack. You are well aware that the owlbear has been woken up, and a ape and Waltz are pounding away. And
all right,
what do you do?
The doors like swing open when the ape comes in, swing closed again, and then when they swing back open, there's just like the silhouette of Valley Jack, the tallest man imaginable, as he goes into giant form, and takes the big rail, walks up to the owlbear, and's gonna take a swing, try to hit him in the face with this big piece of rail.
God damn, go for it.
And jumped while you're sleeping.
That's going to be a 10 on my first attack.
10 is gonna miss.
Is it better?
Do I have anything that just gives me advantage on stuff? I have 11 on this.
Does he get any kind of advantage because this guy's surrounded by multiple guys beating the shit out of
If
it?
only I had flanking rules in a
only.
theater of mind combat.
Ah, darn.
Well,
I
that's-
teleport behind him. I say, nothing personal, kid.
Well, that's
Nothing
not how I
personal.
expected this turn to go. I think I'm gonna save my action surge for now and
You're smart.
just get in the zone.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Valley
wait, wait.
Jack, you. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Valley Jack is going to like grab a broom or something from the side and toss it over to the bartender to deal with the broken glass and say like, "Sorry about the mess."
The bartender catches it perfectly and just nods like, okay, and then just begins to sweep, but his feet don't move, his body's barely moving, he's just sweeping in place in like paralyzed fear. Yeah, Valley Jack, you try to whack at the owlbear here, and his just massive form. I mean, you guys are, like I said, you've got the height on him, but he's a figure to be reckoned with, likely a Goliath or something of that ilk, and takes these blows from you in stride. I mean, the ambush from above, a little hard for him to manage, but yeah, he seems to be getting his bearings, and you see the rage begin to build in his eyes as he focuses on his attackers.
Trying to get a good swing with fucking
Let me know.
whiskey on his head.
Yeah, you don't want to like clock whiskey, so yeah, they aren't the cleanest of swings.
Meanwhile, Crum just took a shot while Whiskey was right there. Just fucking could have hit him.
I'm arguing
shooting
I'm arguing with like someone in my mind, talking to a scorpion, shooting a gun.
Yeah.
Safety first. We are back to the top of the initiative with Whisky Waltz.
Okay. Cool. Did he attack, or was it his turn yet? Or no. Yeah, I forgot.
We got
Yeah,
the
like
jump
his
on
first
him, right? Yeah.
Yeah, his turn went very poorly when you snuck in, and so it's back to the top, but he'll be up soon.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use my elbow this time. I'm gonna elbow him on the head, and I'm gonna try and see if I can stun him with my stunning strike stuff.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just do a melee attack here, unarmed strike.
But he's got some fancy.
It's a 14 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So let's see. Does it? I can spend a Kai point to try to make him stunned, and so if he
Yes.
fails a con saving throw.
If he's making a saving throw, I'd like to use my reaction of woe on him to subtract a d6 from whatever he rolls.
Okay. And your DC, Whiskey, I believe we sorted
Is
this last time.
14 for the
14.
con saving throw is 14.
Oh, yes. Subtract 6 from whatever he rolls, by the way.
Subtract a 6, not just a D6.
I rolled a 6.
Damn. He rolled a 19. Subtracting 6 is 13.
I hit him right in the temple with my elbow.
Right when he was
the-
trying to focus, I poked him in the eye because I fucking knew he was going to try to save it.
With gorilla fingers.
The owlbear reaches up and gets like a meaty fist on one of your wrists, Whiskey, as he like clamps down on you. You feel this absurdly strong grip, and he's just like, "Nah, hold on 1 second." And as you do, you just hit him in the spot, the little judo chop. Immediately, the grip relaxes. His arm is frozen up in this position, like his elbow locked up, as you stun him right there. So proceed to deal your
Okay,
damage.
cool.
and
So the
continue.
damage on that one was 7 points bludgeoning.
Okay.
And now with them being stunned, I think I have advantage.
Yep.
So I'm gonna wail on him 2 more times with this. First one was a 17 to hit
Yep.
for 9 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
You could still flurry. I get it if you don't want
I
it.
I don't want to. I'll save a key
We've got
points, I
four
guess,
other
on
guys to deal with.
Yeah.
14
Zero.
to hit on
We have
the
nothing after this.
third one. And that would be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Damn, wailing on this dude. It is his turn. Stunning strike lasts till the start of your next turn.
I think
believe.
that
I think so.
is next.
End of your next turn. So there's not
Till
even
the
a
end of my
saving
next
throw.
turn? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Not even a saving throw.
Wow.
Oh my god. And
We'll have advantage on it.
luckily, with the initiative, for reasons you'll find out soon, Cassie, you are up next.
Oh, hey.
And he
that's
is
nice.
still stunned.
Great.
You know that old story of like the woman who got their eyelids ripped off by a monkey or something like that? Like she thought she had a
I
chimpanzee
saw
as a
her on
pet.
TikTok the other day.
Oh,
She's like advocating for less monkeys. I don't know.
well, look, no shots to her at all. I was just thinking of that. I thought it was an urban myth, but apparently,
Apparently
It
it's
is not.
real.
Yeah, you thought it was a tall tale, but
yeah. Welcome to the Talltale Tavern, where actually shit is real.
The first one's a 14 to hit. My first.
That meets
attack.
his
that's
AC.
it.
All right. Hey, we'll
That was
take
with
it.
advantage.
Yeah, that was with advantage. I'm not getting more rolls. What can I say? All right.
Look, if you had magic to hit, you'd automatically succeed.
Yeah. So that's 6 damage
Come
on
on,
that,
man.
and then let's see another one. The second attack is that's better. 19 to hit. That will be. Ooh, that's better. 9 damage with that one as well. And then as a no, never mind. I'll hold off. I won't do any bonus actions. I gotta save something for later. It doesn't even make sense to do it. Sorry. Go on.
As you wail down on the owl bear, down is the operative word here. He's still pretty large, even in a seated position. You see the man who shot your father can't physically react to the hits. So as you punch, his jaw just stays locked in that almost dislocated position, and his eye stays closed as you punch and pound on him, and he just looks like he's worse for wear. If this wasn't already going to be the worst hangover ever, he's clinging to life here. But as you are full of rage and probably just monkey screeching.
I'm
without
screaming like
realizing
right
it.
in his face after. I'm doing the like classic end of a King Kong trailer, like right in his face. Yeah.
As you do that, you are immediately blinded by this burst of bright light. All four of you are immediately just shielding your eyes. A blinding light emanates from the swinging saloon doors at the front, and I need everyone to make me a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh boy.
Son of a bitch.
Are we all gonna have to go
I am
fight?
the ape, so I've got a -2 to charisma. So
No,
that's not great.
it's oh yeah, because it's polymorph, not
Well, no, it's wild
or is
shape
it-
on this, but I take on its stats, right?
not its mental stats.
Not your soft stats.
Okay. Well, hey, look at that. That's better than.
I got a 4 though.
I got an 8.
Okay, all right.
Well, I got a 6.
DM smiling. He's finally got something going for him.
Yeah.
15.
Hey.
What was that?
15.
15. You see, it was 16, y'all.
Oh, fuck.
You are immediately. You're
I have
all
advantage. Guy have sunglasses on.
no.
That makes sense, Mitch.
You are all immediately paralyzed for the moment. The owlbear looks up in just gruesome horror, his face half deformed, frozen in place. And Cassie, your last fist freezes inches from his skull. Whiskey, you are balancing on top, and you find yourself perfectly balanced as both of you are stunned and paralyzed at the moment. And Valley, you are holding a railroad beam in one hand above, just locked in place, your muscles straining. And striding through the door as you all strain to turn your vision towards it is a tiefling woman. She's got long black hair cascading from a black hat, black shirt, black bolo tie, black slacks. On her hip is a revolver, and on the other is a long sword in its sheath as Mademoiselle Washington strides in. And as she looks around and tilts her hat upwards, she gets a glance at all four of you. And as you remain frozen, she looks around and steps a bit closer. She's just like, "This is the sorry crew they put together to bring us down, is that right? What did Ella put you up to this? She didn't like how things were going, did she? Well, that's just too bad, because Violet Creek is our town. We earn the right to make the laws around here. Can't be coming in committing murders. That's not gonna happen, is it?" And Valley Jack, you see that she kind of like gives you a pause as she looks around and stares at you, and you're frozen in place, and she kind of sizes you up quite literally. You stand over the owlbear. She's just like, "I'll be the people's house." That's what they call you, isn't it? Valley Jack, you feel Mademoiselle. She kind of puts her hand on her hip on that revolver, and you see it kind of like gleam. Like, is it reflecting off, or is it like emanating actual light? And as you do, you're sort of like susceptible to more of her magic. And you find yourself under the Zone of Truth spell. She kind of strides over and looks at you, and she's just like, "Everyone wants to be a hero. Everyone wants to have their story told and be one of the legends, but it takes action, and I'm not sure if everything about y'all is real. Did you really, you build a barn in a tornado?" You can answer, but you have to be truthful.
Can you answer if you're paralyzed?
Yeah, you can't speak if you're paralyzed.
Does she want to drop the paralysis? I mean, if she wants to drop the paralysis, then...
You find your facial features
is just to hear.
Yeah, your facial features are coming back. You're able to move and express, and able to speak enough to respond to this magic that compels you.
People's house raised a barn in a tornado.
She scowls as you state this with just clear fact. And she's just like, continues to look at you, her hand on this revolver, and she's just like, "You're telling me held up the roof, built the walls around a house, save a bunch of kids?
The people's house did."
Her face contorts even more. She draws the gun. She's just like, "Don't you lie to me now. You beat the devil in cards?"
That's just luck.
With that response, the spell breaks on you, Valley Jack. You see her just like, she even tried to snarl like a little smile at you. She tried to stay in control, but is just so furious at the confidence with which you stated this, that she loses concentration for a moment, and you all feel your limbs come back. Whiskey, you kind of like wobble, and luckily your balance is good enough that the sudden control again allows you to stay balanced on top of the owlbear. But at the same time, the owlbear begins to move and just sort of slowly creak his arm like he's breaking that stun. And Mademoiselle Washington just sort of lets out a cry of fury and draws her gun and fires and misses and shoots over Valley Jack's shoulder. And we are back in it. After that is going to be Crum. Crum, you are in heated debate as the voice is just like, "Oh, kill the man now. It's what you do. After that, I will give you power like never before. That's all we need. That's all you're here for. Who cares about these people?"
Do you understand how steps work? Like, I gotta do this step, and then I can do the next step. I can't just do linearly, like right to the end. It doesn't work that way. Come on.
Go to the church, and I will aid you in your mission. We will succeed. And don't shoot your gun. Of course, I can't make you not do that, but I just don't want you to.
This seems petty.
It is.
All right.
I want him dead.
I am going to run down the stairs and try to run past this fight to the door.
Sure. Yeah, you can easily avoid any opportunity attacks. Mademoiselle Washington has sort of like spent her reaction and turn and all that on trying to, gain the upper hand and then completely losing her cool. And in that chaos, you're able to use your movement and slip past.
I don't have anything else with my action. I'll just use my action to reload my gun as I'm running past.
Okay. I think you can reload as a bonus action, so you could also dash if you wanted to, just to
Oh yeah, I'll
get
dash
where you're going.
then.
Okay.
I'll dash
yeah.
and reload.
Do you want to go out the door you came in and head out the side, or do you just want to go to the front? It's not much of a difference, but just to be...
I'm gonna go out the front.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily make it down the stairs to the front of the bar with a dash, and you swing open those saloon doors that Mademoiselle just came through.
As I'm running by, I'm going, "I'm sorry, fellas, I'm being hamstrung."
I'm just like doing this as a gorilla, like scratching my head, confused, looking at it.
Crum sneaks by, makes his way out of the bar.
Can we focus on one blood feud at a time, voice?
Valley Jack, you have bested Mademoiselle Washington in her little game of ego tripping here, and it is your turn. The owlbear is still stunned, though Washington is going to give him a little bit of a help on that. But for your turn at the bottom of the initiative, he is stunned, and I think she moved about 20 feet, so you're still within range as she kind of came into the center of the bar.
Okay. I think Valley Jack is just going to start off throwing some blows at the owlbear.
Okay.
We're going to focus fire a little bit. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah. 14 on that first hit.
That meets, AC.
No, that was damage.
Oh, damage.
Sorry,
Ooh.
I was 18 or 19.
Yeah,
or
okay. That's a lot of damage.
Second, that's going to be a 19 as well.
Yep.
That's another 15.
Ooh. Damage?
Yeah.
Jesus. Like the owlbear in a matter of like 30 seconds went from sleeping to like almost dead, stunned, getting the shit beat out of him.
Truly the worst hangover of his life.
How's the owlbear looking?
Oh, like extremely bad. Like you've just been
Like the end of Death Proof. They're just kicking the guy.
truly might as well just like be beating a dead horse. Like it is not looking great. And if you've not got anything else, Whiskey will be up next, but it's still your turn.
I got an action surge.
If he's looking real bad, I might whisper or telepathically tell you, he's mine. Like, go for her. Like, I don't.
Oh, he's looking like he's looking messed up.
Yeah. I think in that case, I will be about to swing at this guy and go like, look to the gorilla, give you a little pat on the back, turn to Mademoiselle and go like, take a swing at Mademoiselle. That's a 10 against Mademoiselle. Is that it?
Good.
I don't think you described armor.
We're playing with a lot of flavor here. So, the all black cowboy look, cowgirl look, that's really flavor. But this is an Oathbreaker paladin, and it's a little harder to hit than 10.
Like the perfect class for a sheriff that's gone bad. That's great. Pretty cool.
Well, in that fucking case, my second attack is a 15.
It's gonna miss.
Ooh.
Okay, I move aside and take 2 swings, and I think I'm not gonna start getting into my cool speech to Mademoiselle until I hit her with my fucking rail.
You say, well, and then she expertly dodges 2 swings, and you decide, wait, maybe I should.
Looks like you can move too.
As I'm leaving the voice is like, if you want to be an Oathbreaker paladin at Baldur's Gate 3, real early on, you have to just kill all the tieflings.
It's actually crazy. It totally changes the trajectory of the plot. Incredible.
I'm gonna have to mark this spoilers for Baldur's Gate 3.
Capital letters in the title of this podcast. What? Why? Whiskey Waltz, you're up. This ape does not want you to finish off.
Yeah. I'm going to reach down, I'm going to
owlbear?
pinch his cheek, and I'm going to say, Cassi, you take good care of my boy here. And then just pinch his cheek. I'm just going to leave his area. So I don't know if he gets an opportunity attack from
He's stunned.
me.
He's still stunned till the end
Oh,
of
he's
the
still
turn.
stunned. Okay, great. Perfect.
You're fine, dude.
So I
you
just
can do the coolest backflip you want.
Oh yeah,
this,
I'm just
dude.
gonna do a backflip on him and land kind of right in front of Mademoiselle. Is she holding a gun? Is that what she has?
She's got a gun
And a sword.
and a long sword.
Which one's in her hand right now? Is it both? Both or?
But I would say both. She entered initiative and has drawn both weapons.
Okay. He
I have a
is.
Warhammer token of her.
He's gonna say that's a nice gun. Give me that. He's gonna try and disarm her. That's what he's gonna do with this action. It's just disarm action, which is, I believe, just a strength versus their strength or dexterity,
Yeah, we can do that.
which is maybe not the best choice, but we'll just. He's gonna try and take the gun.
Oh, wait.
What'd you get?
Wait.
Oh, I rolled a 14.
Well, she rolled a 10.
Ooh, nice. So I slap the gun out of her hand and it drops. And with my object interaction, I want to just pick up the gun, and that is my turn. I think. I don't think I can do anything with my key points or my whiskey points, if you will.
I think we'll split like a
whiskey
multi-attack to one is disarm, one is equip a weapon and that kind of thing. I think that's pretty fair. You're also hampering her quite a bit with that. So
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing else from Whiskey.
Nope.
See the owlbear take a turn.
Gets a turn.
Cassie, there is no recognition in this man's eyes because you entered the bar first as a pug and then as an ape.
Yep.
And why would he ever know that the little girl who watched him murder her father would have any sort of personal vendetta against him? This man has a reputation. He's part of the Seven. He's has a vicious history before that. So sure, someone wanted to come collect. And This kind of stuff enrages him. He hates that anyone would even question his power and strength. So he finally becomes unstunned. His arm that was pinned awkwardly above falls back into place, pushes the table away from him entirely. The whole thing goes crashing to the side next to you. As he begins to stand up, as you try to come back at him with your fists, he catches your fists with both hands, and he goes, "Now I've had just about enough of you." And as he does, he explodes in feathers and bursts even larger than he was before as a massive hulking owl bear itself forces you back, shoves you back 5 feet.
How dare you.
And slams its two hands in front of you on the ground. The whole bar seems to shake, and he roars in owl bear form here and is going to take a couple attacks on you.
I'm going to first use a woe reaction to stop or to subtract 1d6 from his first attack.
From the first attack,
Whatever.
what's your ape AC, by the way?
What a great question. It's a
Ape
12 on the ape AC. I rolled another 6, so I'm subtracting 6 from that first attack. Wow.
Rolling this 6 is nuts because, yes, that misses now. Thank you.
Yeah.
The second attack will hit, and you will take 15 slashing damage.
15. All right. That's fine. Down to 4.
That's fine.
hit
Yeah,
points on
wild
the
shapes,
ape.
just free HP.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hey, guess what he is?
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
I believe with a wild shape and that is going to be his turn. A hulking owl bear now stands before you, lets out a roar, kind of sounds like a hoot, and the bartender officially gives up on sweeping and just runs out the back of the bar. Hell no. This has probably happened before. He knows when to just bail. That's
We'll take
going
care
to
of
be...
it. We'll clean it up, fix everything, don't worry.
Can't hear you. He's gone. The comic sound of a gunshot, not a real gunshot, the cartoon one of someone leaving fast. That happens again, like at the beginning, as he vacates the bar. Cassie, you are up.
Great. Well, like you said, free HP, so there's really not much reason to change back now to kill him while he's an owlbear. So let's just try to hit him a couple times right now and do a little extra damage to him before he inevitably forces me out of this form. So come on, ape, get a good roll for once. Does a 14 hit an owlbear?
It's going to miss now. His AC has gone up by 1.
Son of a bitch. Let's see if the second
Oh,
one.
yeah, subtract 6 from the roll. I rolled a 6 every time.
Great. I don't hit him with either of my multi-attacks then.
All right.
So I just flip him off then. That's what I do. I stand right here and I look him right in the face.
Oh, man. His owlbear form doesn't have, what's it called? Dexterous fingers?
Yeah.
What's the term for that?
I guess that's it.
Cannot flip the bird, and that seems to make him more mad, but he is suddenly a little healthier, so he's ready to tussle. It is Washington's turn, however, she no longer has her gun. And Valley Jack and Whisky Waltz are both in range, but I think she's mad about the gun now. Does a 24 hit Whisky Waltz?
It does.
Rolls with disadvantage, though. I use my rune shield. Valley Jack makes a big ding sound, bangs his thing on the ground, distracts her.
Jeez.
Yes.
Does a 19 hit?
It 19 does not hit.
Oh my goodness.
Shenanigans!
Okay, second attack is a freaking 24. Does the 24, still hit?
hits.
Guys think I should woe and try to subtract 6 from it? No.
My goodness. 8 slashing to you, Whisky Waltz. And she will What I'm gonna do is lower the DC on this, as realize maybe her glowing gun would have helped.
Ooh.
Not so much if it's not on her side here. Give me a 1 second. Let me guarantee what save you're going to be making here. I can't use the alphabet. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw. I got a 9er.
Oh, even with the lowered DC, she is going to cast command on you.
Oof.
And on your turn, you'll have to follow her instructions, and she commands you to drop, as in drop what you are holding.
All right.
And that will be the end of her turn, which takes us to Crum. Crum, you have just burst open the saloon doors.
The way I want it to be is like I'm trying to escape whatever nonsense is going on. So like I'm leaving, but like trying to play the citizen role almost.
Running alongside the bartender.
Yeah.
Oh shit, do you see what's going on in there?
A little scared bartender and then a fucking bugbear like running next to him.
Yeah, well, to be fair, the windows have just like, exploded with light. There's a roar from an owlbear inside. A chimp has been screaming for the last 12 seconds.
There's been gunshots.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a performance check. Low DC.
Can I? I was gonna say, can I do deception?
Oh, sure.
That's 20.
Ooh.
Yeah, you see some people across from you in the hotel. Some people have arrived for the morning, their horses, and people are like rushing inside. They're ducking from gunshots. There has been a couple of those, at least one. So gunfire has been heard, and they are rushing inside, and no one seems to pay any attention to you. You see the hotel straight across from you on the street, and to your right, at the far end of town, is the church. It's about 80 feet away from you as it stands right now.
Okay, so I want to, while I'm like using my movement to go towards the church, say like, I'm in my head, I'm like, I'm very obviously moving towards the church. So, let's be cool. Like I'm doing your thing, but 1 second. And he like reaches his like one hand out with the gun and shoots behind him towards the saloon. Like shoots his gun, and I'm going to use my seeking arrow to seek out Mademoiselle Washington, because I've seen her within the last minute.
Sweet.
And I'm going to fire my gun. She must make a dex saving throw, DC 11.
Some wanted shit.
I'm shooting bullets around corners.
Dex save is a 5.
Okay, so she will take damage plus 1d6.
Hit me.
That's 8 plus 5.
Ooh.
So 13 damage from this bullet that just comes out of nowhere. Like literally just like turns the corner, sees the open door to the saloon, comes in, and just like grazes her shoulder.
Amazing. Valley Jack and Waltz, you both see as she swings her longsword to try to fend off the both of you. Seemingly from around a corner through the front door, the doors swing open a third time, and in the third time in the last couple turns here, and a bullet whizzes through her shoulder and through the both of you as it throws her off balance, and you see blood splash out from her shoulder. that caused some damage.
Man, that's some fancy shooting, Crum.
I am going to take this moment between like buildings to use my bonus action to use the hill rune that I got from Jack, and that's going to give me resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing for 1 minute.
Incredible. Amazing. You make your way through the street. Crum, give me a dex save, please.
6.
Our fucking saves, dude.
Wait,
You're just trying to avoid
Does it
a
fail?
horse crap on the ground. That's it.
It does.
Okay, I'm going to use my... If my being will allow me to use my Pact Boon Talisman to add a d4. I don't know if that'll get me to the DC.
I don't know if you're gonna go. I mean, 10 is your best bet. Here.
Ooh.
Does an 8 save?
The voice in your head is just like, it was never going to happen, but I appreciate that you're finally doing what I told you to do. Crum, you shoot behind your back, wanted style. The bullet streams through the bar. As you step forward, you catch a bullet yourself in the leg as a rifle shot rings out through the street. Can't see the shooter, but you know it came from in front of you. And you are going to take 20 piercing damage.
To 10?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Good thing you used that.
I didn't even remember that. I just casted it.
I was amazed that you just did that. I was like, what the hell?
I was just sitting there like, if you're just running around, maybe this is the perfect time to use that bonus action that you brought up.
Seriously.
Yes.
Like, we got the warning that the sniper might be around. It's like, thank God.
You hear a gruff voice shout from somewhere, just like, "Oh, you're a sitting duck!"
I'm like whispering to the voice, like, Valley Jack is doing more for me right now. I should make a pact boon with Valley Jack.
Yeah. Fine, do that. See what he can offer you.
Yeah, first I'm going to kiss Pat, and then I'm going to make a pact with Valley Jack.
Just no kissing, all right? I don't like it anymore. Just kill him. We are slowly getting back towards the top, but not last but not least. Valley Jack, you are up.
Okay, Valley Jack is going to walk up to Whiskey and Mademoiselle Washington. He's going to pull out his rope of ensnaring and shoot it at Mademoiselle Washington. She has to do a dex save, DC 15.
Ooh, okay. Dex saves haven't been going great for her. It's another 5.
Yes!
Nice.
That's
Seeing that
full.
5 just made me completely change my turn idea, where it was just like, oh, she's a strength-based paladin. She's not
Yeah, she's got that +1 to Dex, and rolling a 4 does not go well.
With the rope of ensnaring, she is restrained. She can use an action to try to get out of it with a strength or dex check. Notably not acrobatics or athletics. But
Okay.
and she could also like try to cut it or some shit. So I do that, and I just turn to her and go like, Mademoiselle, the people's house was never just me. And I grab the gun from Whiskey's hands so Whiskey won't drop it on his turn.
Wow. Wow.
And I'm just going to say like, and enjoys the people's house Together, the people bring down your Maleficent Seven.
She just like strains against the rope, can't do anything. Anything else from Valley Jack on your turn?
I don't think I have any cool bonus actions, so I think that's me.
Sweet. That dramatically goes straight to Whisky Waltz. You cannot complete the Order of the Command spell that was cast upon you. Therefore, I just can't say you have to do anything, and it is just your turn.
Okay, great. What do I do at the
Mademoiselle is restrained.
Yeah, so you have advantage on her if you take
Just consider anything you punch today just
Advantaged.
really likely to get punched.
So I see that she doesn't have use of her hands. I'm like, oh, hey, madam, up high. And I put my hand up and I smack her in the face.
That joke is so stupid. Ow!
Ooh, that's only 11 to hit on the first one.
With advantage?
Oh, with advantage. That's a 21 to hit.
That beats her AC.
That does 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Ooh, to the side, and I try to backhand her. Ooh, that's not gonna hit. It's only a 9 with advantage.
With advantage? Oof. Okay.
But I'm using flurry blows, so I get.
Do you still get to the other side?
That's a 12 to hit at the best of that second one.
Oh, damn. Jesus.
No.
I did everything I could to help you.
I think this is okay. So he misses to the side, and then he just says down low,
I was
down
waiting
low,
for down low.
and he 23 to hit.
I'll hit.
That is a 11 points of damage on that one.
Oof. Okay, she's looking pretty hurt. Another one of those. Looks like it would do it, but she has proven tough to hit. Anything else from Whiskey?
Nope, that's it.
That's going to be the turn of a very angry owl bear. It's going to attack Cassie.
Forgot about him behind me when I gave that speech.
It's a 20 to hit with the beak attack.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
13 piercing.
All right, and look at that. I'm back into myself now.
Second attack is going to be a crit.
Disadvantage on that. Runic shield.
Oh, thank you for that disadvantage on that. And I was also about to woe on the attack.
Well, I heard disadvantage. Unfortunately, the two rolls were a nat 20 and a 17. That's a 24 to hit with disadvantage on that roll.
Okay. It's not a crit, at least. I was already going to say the whoa. It's going to hit me no matter what. But
yeah, I think if you subtract
even if I take 6, it will still be 16. My armor class is 15. So I'm getting hit,
yes,
but I'll still take the woe because I'm an honorable person, and I was going to do it. Yeah.
Reducing the crit damage is nice for you. That's going to be 10 more piercing.
Fine. I'll take that.
And that's going to be it for the owl bear, which means the Cassie, you get to respond.
Hey, look, I say, remember me now? Like, I want to fucking look at him even as I'm like bleeding, and I'm going to whip out. Actually, how far apart are Washington and the owl bear, would you say?
I'd say like
20
the
feet?
two little fights happening, or 20 feet.
20
definitely
feet.
not.
What a great
30.
answer to say 20 feet, because I'd like to use my staff of the woodlands to cast right now Wall of Thorns as a 20-foot radius circle right on Owlbear, circling the rest of or 20-foot diameter. So it will be the points of it will hit both of them then.
Okay.
Land on both of them. They both have to make dexterity saving throws or take 78 piercing
for
damage.
Yeah, a restrained target.
Yeah.
My goodness.
78 if they fail, or half that if they succeed on this.
My goodness. Okay, I'll roll the owlbear first. No disadvantage. This ring perfectly encircles yourself, Whiskey, Valley Jack. but hits Mademoiselle and the owlbear. The owlbear on their deck save crits.
Oh,
Nat 20 again. 21
and
on
he
the
saves.
save.
So let's see. She takes 25 damage, and he takes 13 damage.
Oh my jeepers.
Her deck save cancels out a crit and is a 4 with disadvantage.
We're using all of Mitch's crits right now. Which
Yeah, that's good.
I just rolled 3 crits in a row. Unfortunately,
One of them don't matter.
Yeah.
it sucks. 2 of them don't count. What was that damage again?
I rolled 25 damage, so if they beat 16, they take half of it. Otherwise, they take 25.
Okay, the owlbear is still looking chunky. The thorns are too much from Mademoiselle, who is getting pummeled by Whisky Waltz. And the lasso from Valley Jack prevents her from doing anything.
And
as
like
these thorns,
bullets from nowhere.
Yes.
thorns and bullets sprout out from out of nowhere, and she succumbs to her wounds. Mademoiselle Washington is down, the leader of the Magnificent Seven.
Cross
Maybe
her
we should
off.
call them the
Cross her off.
Maleficent
Yeah.
Seven. Is gone.
Four to go.
And then it is the wall is also just it's like super difficult terrain, so it takes like every foot that you move is like 4 feet in it or whatever.
Are we all in the circle?
We
Or
are.
are
I think
we
yeah.
out?
I think we are within the circle.
I think you are.
Yeah.
See you, Crum.
Yeah.
I've got shit to do.
And then on my for my bonus action, I want to whip out my little coin that was given to me by Valley Jack and grab
Broker
that
shit.
and activate it as well, just so I've got that
yeah.
handy. I've been waiting.
Now
to
we
do
got
that.
some new reactions in play.
Exactly.
What does that do? What's the coin again?
Well, it's the storm rune, so I can invoke it as a bonus action to enter a prophetic state, and then for that minute, I can give advantage on anyone making an attack roll, a saving throw, or ability check around me.
Or
My
disadvantage.
goodness.
Yes, or
Advantage or
disadvantage. Yes. My reaction.
Sweet.
It's essentially
Well,
I just have my
Washington-
woe again, or the good version for another minute.
Yeah, in case I roll a crit and you just want to roll that again.
Yeah.
Sweet. That was a held action that shot at Crum the first time. Crum, as you continue to dart across town from the Crack and Barrel Saloon to the church, give me another dex saving throw.
13.
13 is not going to cut it.
I'm gonna use my D4 then. That is a 17.
That passes.
Yes, baby.
You're going to take half of this shot. A rifle caliber bullet explodes in the dirt near you. It grazes your leg. You're going to take half, so you take 11 piercing damage.
Do I take half of that half?
No, that is halved.
But it's halved again
But
by
Oh,
By
because
the
you're
rune.
still
Yeah.
resistant.
the Bolo
For,
necklace.
Yes.
for a whole minute.
Yeah.
For a whole minute. My goodness. Yes. Yeah, you have that half 11 to 5. Incredible. That will be your turn. It's pretty clear to you now, especially now that you're out in the open and you're darting across, that this rifle shot is coming from the bell tower. Just the angle of the shot is clear. Though you look up, give me a perception check, please.
6.
Yeah, you can't get a glimpse of the shooter at this time, though maybe it's not your focus anyways. But that does lead us to your turn.
Okay.
And I said 80 feet, but I'm going to say that you dashed on a turn. You've made it the whole way. With your full movement, you'll make it to the door of the church here.
Okay.
If you dash, you'll be able to get, all the way inside. It's not that big.
So as I am using my full movement to get to the door, I'm going to cast Blur.
Okay.
That is another full minute. But concentration, and any creature has a disadvantage on attack rolls I get to.
Okay. You get to the front. Are you going to open the doors? Basically, be standing in the doorway, or do you want to wait a turn?
Yeah, I think
before you go in?
I'll get to the doorway and just crack it open and look inside.
Okay. Give me another perception check. Go ahead and give me with advantage as you're being a little more careful.
That is an 11.
An 11. Sun coming up, and the church is dark inside. There's probably a few candles.
Wearing
lit.
my glasses.
But yeah, your sunglasses, so it's that nothing super clear. What you can see inside is one humanoid figure up towards where an altar would be, and you can tell, at least by shadow and silhouette, they seem to be standing over a body laid horizontally, perhaps on an altar or a table or something like that. You can't tell which figure is which or what's going on, but you can see that inside as you cast your spell and prepare to enter. So we will go to Valley Jack after that.
What is the owl bear? Where's the owl bear at right now compared to the thorns?
He's in the middle of the wall of thorns in front of us, but it's only 5 feet thick, so it would just take him to move out of it. I'm not exact. I know that it's every foot you move is 4 feet. You have to actually move.
Okay. Honestly, I'll wait for this idea. I'm just going to go and try to swing at him.
Let's see it.
That's a 22, baby.
22 hits.
Only 12.
Okay.
And so how Wall of Thorns, it hurts you when you. Does it hurt you when you start your turn in it?
It's the first time you enter it on your turn, or if you end your turn on it.
Cool. It's 5 feet thick.
Yeah.
I'm going to shove him back through the Wall of Thorns.
I love this idea. Thank you very much for that.
So he's gonna be I have advantage on this because I'm a giant.
If you didn't already have advantage, you were going to get it with my reaction anyway. That's fine.
That's a 20. You can give him dis.
Yeah, I will.
He
Yeah,
is
I will.
20.
I'm going to give him disadvantage to succeed on this.
Gotta beat a 20 on a shove?
Yeah.
You know, Crum and Baldur's Gate, did I already mention that you can shove as a bonus action? Totally opens up the action economy.
I'm already juggling a lot of bonus actions.
He's not even in this room. What are you talking about?
He rolled 2 numbers with disadvantage. One of those numbers is a 20 and the other is an 8, the +5 to strength.
We'll
The
push him
owlbear
back.
is shoved back.
Hell yeah.
Push him back through the thorns and go good work, Cassie. And I go and pick up my rope and start kind of looking around to clean up this place.
You realize you're also stuck within 25.
Yeah. I'm in a little circle just trying to kill time in here now.
There's some fucking destroyed chairs and stuff that you could just sort of pick up the parts too.
Yeah, looking at how to put him back together.
A second attack from Valley Jack, or you're just gonna shove?
I hit him once for. I had already
that's right,
attacked
that's
him
right.
once.
Okay. That takes us back to the top. Whisky Waltz. You are in the center of this ring of thorns here, and the owlbear just got shoved. We'll have to cross it again to pursue you, but of course you're pretty nimble, so it's very much within your reach.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think I better get out my club for this, and I pull out my piano leg that I use.
I can
as a
hand
club.
you your gun.
Huh?
I can hand you that gun back.
Oh, sure. Because I'll be like, hey, can I get that gun? Then hands it back.
Whiskey, when was the last time you had a revolver in your hands?
Been a long time. Someone stole my favorite gun, but I always do like to use a gun when I can. And he holds it and he like kind of clicks the hammer back and spins it in his hand, and then he grabs it by the barrel and just chucks it at the and just whips it at him. And I don't know what how much damage that's gonna do.
Roll like your standard attack because you
Okay.
would have been able to be in range. That will be easy for us.
Okay, good. 22 to hit on that,
Yeah.
and 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, give me 2d8 of radiant on top of that as the gun explodes in light.
Awesome.
So,
Glad the thorns are in the way to
okay,
condemn
so
this.
2d8 gets me 16 to roll 2 8s. To roll 2 8s.
Some free damage. Oh, maximize it?
Yeah.
Incredible. Whiskey, I feel like you probably have more things to do. The owlbear looks stunned, not in the paralyzed sense, but in the how is this possible sense. The feral instincts have totally taken over this hulking man in his animal form. Maybe he's not even quite druid. Maybe he is just like some sort of shifter. Maybe he was an owlbear in the first place and the man was the shift. This animal is just like ferociously, eyes darting back, beak is snapping, there's roars coming out in between each snap, and it is looking cornered, angry, but at the end of its rope.
Okay. That's I can be done with my turn there. I don't, because it's like, I don't know, I threw an object. I don't know if I get more like, I don't know if
it
I
would
get
replace
what?
Baldur's Gate rules. It would replace one of your multi attacks, but you could also take your turn to also like move towards the church if you plan on heading there, or anywhere else if you'd like. Because
But we're in the circle of thorns, right?
Yeah, it is only 20 feet high. Can you jump? Can you like jump to the second floor and fucking get?
yeah, I was
through
gonna
it?
say like, surely a monk can do something.
Is there a pillar around that, like a standing column that I can scramble up and over?
Yeah, there's a pillar. He's standing like maybe 10 feet from you now. His name is Valley Jack. He's like 14 feet tall.
There you go. All right, climb.
Here we go.
Oh no, I thought this was a pillar. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so I'm gonna climb up on Valley Jack, and let's see, what's my athlete thing? Because it gets me. Climbing doesn't cost me extra movement. You can make a running long jump or running high jump after moving only 5 feet on foot rather than 10 feet. Can I say that it's 5 feet of movement running up?
If he puts his arms, his wingspan's got to be over 5 feet. So if you run, if you go from one end to the other, and Valley Jack can hold a motherfucker on one arm.
Put your arms out. And then
You run up
Valley Jack does the like muscle man arm pose with one hand up, just like at an angle, and creates a little ramp for you.
okay, cool. Can I still make an acrobatics check? I just want to see if
Yeah, do it with advantage.
Valley Jack dabs.
you said with advantage.
Yes.
Great, it's a 25.
Yeah, you run up Valley Jack. People's house lofts you over the wall
People's
of
house has a
thorns.
sturdy foundation.
You land at the doors and step outside to see Crum just as he makes his way to the front of the church and leans against the side to quickly cast a spell before peeking inside. You would have been hearing the gunshots, the rifle shots out here. Clearly, Crum is still alive, so those shots might be coming from somewhere. You could perhaps bonus action
Dash?
dash if you'd like. You could definitely make some cover some ground there.
Because I probably am out of my movement. Probably out of my movement at this point. So
Yeah, I think to get
Okay.
over and towards the front, you'd be That'd be the full
Okay,
movement.
I'm going to. Okay, so I can take I'm looking at my abilities. I can take a bonus action to dash, right? That's what you said.
Yeah, with a key point, I believe. Step of the
Yes.
Wind it's called.
Yeah, Step of the Wind, and then I can also use a key point for a dodge action, but I think that's as a bonus action, so I can only do one of those things.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, I'll do the dash, and
Okay.
because I heard some shots out there, I'm just all right. Here I go. And I'm
The rifleman
dashing.
does not have a reaction prepared this time, so luckily
I
won't
get out to the
happen
middle of
automatically.
the area, I guess, right?
You avoid the divot made by a bullet seconds earlier and zig and zag a little bit. So Whisky Waltz makes a break for the church. That takes us to the Owl Bear. Who will take one final lunge across the wall or out of the wall, stumbling towards Cassie in her Eladrin form. And it's a dex save, is that right?
Yes, a dex save when he enters the wall of 16.
Gonna be a 20,
All
but he
right.
takes half damage, right?
Yes, he'll still take half damage. So let me just roll 7d8s real quick.
You rolled 25, that's kind of low. I'm
I
scared
know.
of what's this gonna
Well,
be.
this time I rolled 34, so he's taking 17 damage.
Cassie, you are much, much smaller than you were a moment ago as the ape. This owlbear is, truly the size of the Hulk as it lunges towards you. And as it does, you see thorns caught on its feathers and its fur. And just as it swipes forward with a massive paw that could take your head clean off, it comes up a foot short as he stumbles forward and falls down, and the feathers poof begin to float around as he reverts to Goliath form. No longer the owl bear, it is just the beaten and bruised form of Brickthorn in front of you. And now on his hands and knees, he looks up with blood pouring from his mouth, and it's just like, I don't regret anything I did in this life. You got a problem with it? Well, that's just too bad. Spits out blood on the floor of the bar. Your turn.
Okay. Oh, thank God, it's my turn.
Thank you, Initiative, for this
Thank you.
cinematic order.
This is very convenient. I'm gonna pull out my star map deck of cards, the very same deck of cards that was there the night when he killed my father. I'm gonna say, well, you may not regret the choices that you made, but unfortunately, sometimes life comes down to luck, and you draw a bad hand, my friend. No matter what choices you make. I'm just going to hold that card up to his face, and I'm going to use the card's ability to cast Guiding Bolt, like right into his face.
With a blast of radiant light, he's looking up at you, and this lack of regret, this you're looking at the face of a man who's done terrible things, and in that split second as he's illuminated by the bolt, you see the clear sign of, oh no, what if I did something bad? As he is destroyed and falls down dead, and the owlbear is no more.
Thanks, y'all. I thank you for helping me to avenge my father's death. I really needed to work through that. Just wanted it to be the first time I mention what was happening.
Yeah, whiskey's gone, but Valley Jack, you're standing there. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, this son of a bitch killed my father when I was like, I don't know, 6, 7. I can't remember that far back.
I'm sorry, child, but this is the beginning of a great new story.
Oh yeah, I feel like a weight's really been lifted today. I feel like we really worked through a lot, and I step on his face like as hard as I can one last time.
Just the sickening crunch.
We got a wedding to get to, Cassie.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Let's pretend I can dispel these thorns, maybe.
Or I'd say like you can turn off a spell that you're.
Okay, or I can use fire to burn them away. I've got flaming hands as a cantrip, whatever.
Yeah, Cassie doesn't so cleverly turn off the spell, merely destroys it and creates an opening.
I'm just looking at all the mess I have to deal with later.
It is the Bad Lord Bird's turn. Whiskey, you spot a glint of a scope in the bell tower above you as he takes a shot. Does a 25 hit?
Oh, it does. But I can use my deflect missiles to try and catch it. Or reduce the damage at least. So if I reduce the damage to 0, then I can catch it. But what?
Yeah, you take the shot. It's going to be 20 piercing, and you can roll deflect missiles to reduce that.
Okay, I have 1d10 plus 12 to roll here.
Plus 12.
Yep, plus 12.
My goodness.
Oh, come on.
Come on now. Oh, it's not good. It's 14. I don't catch it. But it reduces it down to 6 damage then.
Okay.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Fully trained in on you. He takes second shot. Oh my god. Well, at least I'm rolling something useful. Another 25 to hit.
Oh, that hits. And I can't use my reaction.
15 piercing on that one.
Okay, that's better. Man, he's a good shot.
I'm gonna say that Cassie and Valley Jack would have like made it to the door in that last round too, so you can kind of see this all happening. And I'll say that all three of you outside, Crum, you're next to the church and therefore don't have an angle on the bell tower anymore. So Whiskey, Valley Jack, and Cassie can make me perception checks real quick as he's revealing his
I'm good
position.
at these. Oh, except for when I roll a fucking 3. I got an 11.
I got 19.
19.
Ooh, look at that.
What's
Valley,
that?
what'd you get? 2 19s?
Yeah.
Okay, so the both of you spot, what you saw, Whiskey, was just like the glint of a rifle, and Valley Jack, even with your perspective, you don't see much of a figure, and you recall that Ella told you that the Bad Lord Bird is a halfling, so he's pretty well covered up there. He's got full cover, even as he takes shots. But you both notice that, according to his, famous stand in the defense of Violet Creek, the bell tower was ripped to shreds by the enemy rifle fire and things like that, and it's been rather shoddily repaired. So his cover,
I'm mad about that.
Valley Jack, you can tell it is poor craftsmanship. This is like cartoon single plywood nailed one on each side crossing to create his little barrier. So virtually any, impact on that barrier, and it will go down quick.
How high up is that?
I'll say like 40 because he's up in like somewhat of a tower above the church. That will take us to Crum, though, who's out in front.
What do I see as I look in? Just recap me real quick.
You saw 2 figures. One was standing next to an altar, and on that altar was what looked like a humanoid form, like laying on the altar.
And how far away?
Inside the church, probably 30 feet. This is a real small one of those like single room.
Just like a chapel, essentially.
Yeah. Pews on either side, but only like 4 rows. It's real tiny.
Okay. Crum's gonna throw his duster out as he walks in and just goes, "Pat, here to kiss you."
You see the standing figure turn, and you see what was formerly a rugged, handsome, scruffy outlaw. Pat Kiss, he was the true renegade. Now he looks like he's been to that river that is somewhere, and has had a bath. His hair's combed and greased. His face is clean. His collar is buttoned tight, and he holds a tome in his hand, and looks every bit the cleaned up priest. And as he turns to you, he smiles, and you see that his eyes are fully black. And you also see next to him this form lying on the altar. Details again come to mind. Ella McCoy described a Vidalcan ranger, Lincoln lawyer, lies dead on the altar. Clearly an expired corpse. This is not fresh. It seems that this individual has been dead for some time. And Pat Kiss turns to you and just looks at you, but with his eyes all black, it's like can't quite tell the direction. And he's just like, "You've come to worship. This is good. Join me. Join me." You hear this sort of like extra layer to his voice, this sort of like, at first a ringing, like a heavenly sound, but it's got this real minor tone to it that sounds very ominous. And the voice in your head is just grumbling and, itching and biting and just like thrashing and just no longer using words, but you can tell like it wants this person dead.
Crum just kind of like cackles like, "Oh man, you were all that lies between me and freedom. And I don't think there's a god under this great sun that can defend you. And I'm going to use my action to cast Mind Spike
Okay.
on Pat. They target must make a wisdom saving throw, DC 17.
17. Okay. That's a cleric. The +5 to wisdom. Pat Kiss rolls a 16 on the save.
He is going to take 19 damage on that. That is my action. With my bonus action, I want to curse Pat.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to curse them with my bonus action. I am going to action surge. And I am going to take a shot with my pistol. With that. Oh, fuck. That one.
Oh.
Crum, you feel the voice in your head thrawing and gnashing begin to join you in your laughter as you echo each other and laugh. You see Pat Kiss's brow furrow as you laugh. That sort of extra layer in his voice kind of falters, and he takes the staggering blast in his mind and sort of stumbles down. But as you draw your gun and fire as well, a shimmering light seems to block the bullet as it dissolves 5 inches from his face and hits nothing. It seems like he's got some intervention helping him as well, and your patrons are dueling as much as you duel with this man right now. After that, we go to Valley Jack. You're outside of the bar. It'll take you a turn to get there, or you can deal with the bad Lord Bird in the tower above, who's hiding behind some shoddy.
I got something for the man in the tower if you want to help our friend Crum.
Okay, that's good. I was also wondering, I know you could make, you made me smaller before.
Mm-hmm.
Made me bigger, I could probably reach him.
Well, I think I got something else up my sleeve.
Okay. I'll help Crum. How far are we probably?
It would take you a dash to get in the front door on this turn.
Okay. I guess, I don't have any good reason not to do that, I think. Yeah, I guess the question is, could I put Cassie on my shoulders before I make that run?
Scoop her and take the run across the road? Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
If Cassie is down for that.
I mean, sure, I'll take it. I'll take it anywhere I can get it.
All right, the giant Valley Jack just scoops Cassie, runs to the front of the church, sets you down. You are just under cover outside of the Bad Lord Bird's scope. You join Whiskey near that as well. Valley Jack, that's a dash. So we are back up to Whiskey, who is also just getting to the church. You guys kind of catch up. But Whiskey, you are a turn ahead. You can make your way all the way inside. You can make your way up the wall. Whatever
I'm gonna
you'd like
yell
to
out
do
to
here.
Cassie. Cassie, should I go up there? Or you want me to go inside? You got something?
You head on inside. Don't worry about out here.
All right. So I sprint past her, and I go inside the church. I guess, is that like gonna be all my movement? Do I have to do a dash to get up to?
No. The church is small, and I know you've got quite a bit of speed. I think you could get basically anywhere inside. So if you'd like to get within 5 feet of Pat Kiss, no problem.
Cool. Yeah. So I look inside and see the scene in front of me, and oh boy. All right. And I go up and I guess I'll start hitting, and I'll just start throwing some punches at him.
Yeah. You step in like right as this shimmering wall fades away. His eyes are black. He looks back at Crum, and behind the shimmering wall, he just didn't see you sprint in and approach him, and his defense has gone down.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll
First
some
one
attacks.
was a 19 to hit,
Yes, it will.
and 7 points bludgeoning. Second is a 13 to hit.
That does not.
And the next one is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that will.
And 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, he's looking hurt. He's given up the ways of his rugged past, where he could, live on the road, tough it out. It seems being a priest has removed some of his strength a bit, so that hurts him pretty good. After that is Pat Kiss, however. Whiskey, I'm going to need a saving throw from you. Wisdom saving throw and the DC, or go ahead and give me that roll.
16.
That is the DC. You see again his brow furrow, these black eyes look at you in confusion and frustration, almost like why didn't this work? And instead he lashes out, but instead he shoots past you and he stretches his hand out, and a blast of necrotic energy streaks towards Crum. He's going to attack with
Disadvantage. I am blurred.
God damn it. I crit. But disadvantage is a 22.
Okay.
Still hit?
That'll hit, yeah.
22 necrotic damage.
Or Bones not getting his crit damage.
Oh, that was gonna be so big. What's Crum at? You're taking a little bit of damage.
23.
Oh, you're resistant to everything. Oh, that crit would have.
Wait, what? Well, that was like Necrotic, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Incredible. Passing the save and resisting or canceling the crit is very annoying. Cassie, you're up.
All right. I'm just going to kind of... How high up is the tower, you said?
Tower's like 40. You could get onto the roof of the church much lower. It's like one story.
I'm still in Valley Jack's arm, so I'm 10 feet up, right? Obviously.
Yeah, he could probably just deposit you on the edge of the roof pretty
I don't
easily.
want,
I went to look at my reach.
I don't want to go up. I just need other things to be able to go up, because as Valley Jack is carrying me, I start feeling around in his pockets, and I pull out some of those bugs that he won in our game earlier, and I cast giant insect on 3 of the spiders and create 3 giant spiders.
Won those fair and square.
Yeah, well, sorry, I kind of need them back right now. You can have them back after.
Size.
Yeah, there you go. I made them more fit for you. But yeah, so now I have 3 giant spiders that will obey my commands and act on my turn.
They should have plenty of movement to get up.
They got
there.
30 feet of climb speed. That's why I was asking. Basically,
You can chuck them and then cast the spell, and
That's
then
what
they
I'd
move.
love to
I'll
do.
say, yeah, they get right up to the tower.
good. I just want to command them. Just fuck up whatever's up there right now.
We're gonna make this real simple because this is a hilarious sight as 3 giant arachnids ascend upon the bell tower. You see the rifle disappear to reload, and as it lifts back over the edge of the barricade up there, a spider leg steps on it and pulls it forward. The rifle slingshots over the side and falls, and the weight of these spiders just collapses in on this shoddy craftsmanship. Valley Jack is just shaking his head like you can't be that lazy. You get a brief glimpse, Cassie, of the halfling man with his hat pulled low and his duster jacket and his rifle. Rifle no more, as 3 spiders collapse in on him, and the whole tower, as it did 7 years ago, begins to topple as he flops out of it. And the spiders use their webs to sort of catch themselves mid-fall, and he splats on the far side of the church. The sniper is out of his roost. Bad Lord Bird is down. Only 1 remaining member.
Well, I'd like
the
to
7.
then kind of dust myself off, walk into the church if I may at this point, and use my bonus action, because I feel like Crum has taken a lot of damage. So I would like to cast a 3rd level healing word on Crum as well.
Oh, beautiful.
As I'm going in. So I'm just going to walk in. You doing all right? Why'd you run off? Are you not feeling good? Just dust yourself off. Feel a little better.
I feel like I'm being distracted by my other obligations.
Fair enough. Well, it's only 10 because I rolled 2 1s in that. So that sucks.
Crum, it is your turn. You hear the voice in your head hiss as you take that necrotic damage, but then inhale a mighty breath as you are healed by Cassie's magic. And as you center yourself, you hear it speak to you. You have fulfilled my task. He is almost gone. He is a vessel for a creature that would have destroyed your realm, the Underdark. Shadowlands. He meant to erase it. And now you erase him, and I grant you my power. And you feel a surge in your body. Your bugbear fur stands on edge for a moment, and you feel electrified as your patron sends his full power surging through your form. Go ahead and take your turn.
This is the moment I need to remind you. I'm here carrying out your task for my freedom. And I'm going to take a pistol attack.
Go ahead and roll with advantage.
That is 2 23s. I am also going to attach my arcane shot with the bursting arrow. So they will also take 2d6 of exploding damage from this. That's 19 damage.
Crum, you fire your gun. Your patron surges his power into the shot. Your eyes glow with a white-green energy. Waltz, you see the glow behind you. You instinctively dive out of the way as you watch Pat Kiss's face, just his mouth open wide with shock. Cassie, you put the healing hand and see him almost glow more than you expected when you brought some life back into him.
I'm good at this.
And the shot bursts out with a beam of energy that goes through Pat Kiss, through the back wall of the church, and careens in a straight line for a mile through the desert as you eradicate Pat Kiss. A horrific, distant, minor, dissonant tone screams out as his body evaporates, and whatever divine being was giving him power is their vessel is destroyed, and Pat Kiss is no more.
I use my movement to get right up to him and give him the like charred remnants a little kiss.
Now that was a little more than Crum 2. That'd have been Crum 3 or 400 or something. Whatever that was.
Valley Jack, you're still outside, right?
Yeah.
He's already fixing the tower out there.
Valley Jack, you feel a sharp pain in the back of your neck.
What?
A shot from this range on a creature surprised by the target or by the attacker cannot be dodged. If you weren't a giant in so many ways, larger than life, this killing blow would have ended you right here. You drop to 1 HP as a bullet rips through your neck, barely avoiding your brain, and you fall to one knee without being able to control your body. You all hear the gunshot. You hear someone say, "God damn it! I hired y'all to rip yourselves to pieces, and these god dang idiots couldn't do it for me. So now I gotta finish the job myself." Pacing outside the church right next to where Valley Jack falls is Ella McCoy holding 2 revolvers in her hands. She spins them, draws them at the door. The 3 of you turn around. Valley Jack, she probably doesn't even realize that you still have life in you. Catch yourself before collapsing to the earth. Hear her voice behind you. And everyone can roll an attack roll. She's going to roll them as well as she unloads her revolvers. We're going to see who wins. Final little showdown as you face the true 7th of the Magnificent Seven.
Ella, it's us. We're your friends.
Crit, baby.
Crit from Valley Jack.
So what we're doing, we're
all rolling an attack, apparently.
Roll your best attack roll, your main attack, whatever it is. You'll all be able to sort of lurch forward as everyone has
That
the
is
turn.
a 23.
Woo!
Ooh, I got a 17 to hit. Oh, wait, I'm going to give myself advantage. There we go. That's a 23.
at a 16 to hit.
I'm not. Look, I roll lots of my attacks on roll 20. It's faster. I rolled real dice for this moment. Valley Jack, you crit. She had a 19. Literally almost tied. Crit failed against Crum. Just a nat 1. A 23 from Cassie beats a 16. and Whiskey has a 16 to hit. I'm holding it up to the camera for the video viewers. You can't really see it. That's a 15 on the dice. You all beat her. Her shots rip up the door of the front of the church. Whiskey, you slide underneath Valley Jack, who takes a mighty swing with a railroad beam. Cassie, you lunge out. Your hands turn to claws.
I'm using guiding bolt. So I got 6 playing cards right now in my hands, and I flick them all, and they all turn into like bright beams of light that fly at her. Gambit over here. And Crum, your beam from your gun comes back from a mile from the desert back into town to blast her. Ella looks stunned.
Whiskey, when he runs up, he's like, "Oh, we're playing games now. How about a little tic-tac-toe?" And he swings with his left, which has got tick with a dash on it. And he punches with one, and then tack. He's got in his right palm. He's got a tack image. Slaps and then kicks her with his right foot. That big toe
for the toe.
Yeah,
it says toe. Damn it.
1, 2, 3. Anime beam through her, and Ella McCoy, the Maleficent Seven, is no more. Townsfolk peek their head out. Saved once more by an unlikely band of misfits and outlaws and local legends. And Violet Creek is quiet. Its protectors slain after they went against their original promise, and new protectors have stepped in.
We're gonna need a stonemason and someone is a logger. We need some wood for the bar,
Honestly,
the saloon.
I'm more concerned that we just killed the person that was paying us.
That's okay.
Oh, you got Sheriff Wheeler back in.
Maleficent 7, we killed 8 people, didn't we? Am I crazy?
No, there was
That's
just a dead
extra.
person in the.
That's extra.
Yeah. We didn't kill that guy who's laying up there. I don't know who that. He don't look good, but he's dead up there at the altar. We didn't kill him.
Yeah, Lincoln Lawyer was Pat Kiss is doing. Your total for the trip is 7. Sheriff Wheeler will provide pay should you return to town.
Whiskey takes a big sip of his flask, and he looks at Cassie and goes, "Hey, Cassi No Sense, right? You and I think we got a lot in common, actually. You know,
How so? How do you figure?
I hear you spent a lot of time as a horse. I've spent a lot of time as an ass. What do you say? Maybe I take you out for dancing sometime."
No, that's okay. I don't have any dancing shoes. Cassie hops up on one of the giant spiders and just rides away. If that's it. She goes off into the woods. That's Cassie's MO. So.
2 spiders behind just crawling along.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah. I'll yell out to Valley Jack though, "I'll pay you back for these."
The Valley Jack is just like a team of like townspeople that he's putting tasks together to like start repairing the town. Is just like giving a thumbs up.
The church tower is like somehow halfway repaired, like it is almost standing again. The bell is like somehow suspended. Chili, the general store owner, has come out. Is like, "I did some stone masonry in my day," and really slowly makes his way over to help.
Whiskey shrugs after the thing with Cassie and takes another swig, and "Hey, there's a little bit left. Crum, you want some?" And I hand it out to Crum.
Crum will take a little swig and be like, "Ah, man."
So when you take a swig of it, I give you a wink because you taste water.
That is refreshing. And Crum goes, "Not much left to do. Think I'm gonna sit in the sun a little while, and
I think that might be good
Enjoy
for you.
the view.
I don't know what's going on with all that business back there, but hope you're feeling better. Got whatever was in you out of you. I don't know.
Crum, you sense the voice in your head is gone, but the surge of power has remained, and you have fulfilled your contract. The gift has been given. Your patron is happy, and he leaves you as an equal, no longer as an employee.
Yeah, I'm looking for Crum too. We're gonna ride off in the sunset with our scorpion. Kind of find some land to call our own.
You whistle, and a horse that has like cross eyes and looks really ugly stomps through, and you realize that's perfect, and it chases after the spiders, and then Crum 2 follows perfect along with the rest of the gang's horses. And yeah.
I say, Scorpion, you've been my greatest ally through all of this. I think you can be called Crum 3, and we just ride off into sunset.
Scorpion is like, I don't know what I did, just as the confused claws up again. Yeah, Valley Jack goes about repairing the town. Crum rides off with Crum 2 and Crum 3. Cassie and her herd of spiders with Perfect the horse in tow disappears into the woods, and Whisky Waltz finishes off his water and shows some townspeople his tattoos, who are like, that's cool, all right, and they're trying to like repair buildings.
This one I hit him when I want to.
No, I got it. You did it. I saw it. It was cool.
think
When I
Whisky
want
Waltz
to
did
papers,
that.
scissors. That's what I hit him with there. And then with this one,
I have no food to feed my family. That's cool. You have tattoos.
yeah.
And Maleficent Seven, no one will say it right this entire time, or no more. The Magnificent Seven will go down in history as the third best Magnificent Seven story to ever occur. And that's the end of our story. Thanks for playing, guys.
That's it.
Ooh.
That is it. The camera pulls out from the western setting. We are back in the Talltale Tavern, and all is quiet for a moment. And then rustling of pages is heard from every bookshelf lining the walls. Soon, papers from around the room start swirling rapidly through the air between chairs and under tables. The pages whip through a group of cowboys playing a game of cards. It whips the deck of cards all around as well. The pages coalesce in the center of this saloon, Talltale Tavern, into a small leather-bound book that's floating in the air. And the air is quiet once again as golden letters engrave themselves on the cover of the book, and the title, The Maleficent Seven, is clearly seen. The book gracefully makes its way to one of the bookshelves lining the wall and finds its place among the stories. And this concludes our fourth adventure in the Talltale Tavern. Woo! Thanks.
And you
to
want to know who that old cowboy was at the beginning? That
Yes.
mysterious cowboy at the intro?
Yes.
It was none other than Clint Eastwood. Clint
Oh my
Eastwood
God.
himself. Yeah. He was telling the tale. That was our narrator all this
Oh.
time.
And Clint Eastwood was that guy I tried to inspire to join us and ran away, right?
Yeah. That was him in his younger days. And before then, you guys inspired him to go on and be all those Western heroes in movies.
Wow, that's beautiful. Well, thank you to all the players this week, Scott, Chaz, and Swain, and special thanks to our wonderful DM this month, Bones. All their socials can be found in the description. If you want to see the video of this episode, it will be up on our YouTube. Follow us at Talltale Tavern Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Join our Discord with the link in the description. And thank you to Tyler Adelsberger for our intro music. Thank you to Zazar for our artwork. And with that, we will see you next time at the Talltale Tavern.